Hello, guys. It's your pontiff, Archibald Chesterfield III. Hey, how are you guys today? Hey, how's it all going there? Hey, guys, I had a good talk to my good friend Tim Wright. Tim Wright from the Tim Wright channel. And I got to tell you something. I really don't look at other channels terribly much. I really don't look at them. Not much interest for me. But Timmy said to me, he goes, JJ's been throwing shit at you. And, I got to be totally honest with you guys. That's what they do for ratings. See, there's big ratings when they start throwing turds. That's kind of how the money comes in. So, I got to be totally honest with you. I got to be totally honest with you. Nothing surprises me. Very disappointed. Of course I am. I honestly don't mention him terribly much, but that's kind of what happens. And I gotta tell you, I don't like it. I want to do watch talk. I don't want drama. I really don't want drama here. I want to talk watches. Frozen Yukoner, $2. Wednesday afternoon with the Pontiff. The Fridge Fund. Thank you. I've got a video coming out very soon about this disaster. Yes, sir. Absolutely Frozen Yukoner. And we've got Patrick Philippe, $10. Wednesday night in America with the Truth Telling Pontiff. Have a great stream, Arch. Thank you. So I got to tell you something. I'll tell you, I had a phone call from JJ a week or so ago, and he wanted to offer me a deal. And I'm open to deals. Believe you me, the lines of communication are open. He said to me he'll come back. No problems. Come on the show. No problems. He wanted me to burn Marcelo. And as tempting as that is, I got to be totally honest with you. Marcelo showed me a little bit of loyalty. He's leaked the emails from that nasty cesspot. So I decided not to. I said, look, you're welcome on my stream, but I can't burn Marcelo. I'm sorry. And guys, to help today, I have unbanned everybody. Everybody is unbanned. JJ, come back. You can blame it all on me. Everybody can post, even pugs. Pugs can post as well. Everybody's unbanned. So I got to be honest with you. I had a few people were concerned with the way the show has been financially destitute. So I have released the hounds. Hello, Marcelo, and hello, Mike the Snake.
Hello, Archie.
I was just saying, I was talking to Tim last night, and he said to me, JJ started slinging mud because that's how they bring in the money.
Archie.
See, when you have watch talk, nobody's interested. They want drama.
Archie, somebody want to put me out? No problem. If they give you super chat itchy my end, I put myself out.
Yes, but I think for JJ, he just wanted to use me. I didn't think he was being genuine. He just wants me to burn, I didn't want to do that. I kind of like Marcelo now. I like
Archie, you already gave him so many chances. And all the time he do something and get out. With him and Marlo.
And he always gives me, he's like my first wife. I got a headache. Not tonight, honey. Tomorrow. It'll be great. I thought I was in Amway, and it's gonna be. I'm going for Diamond Direct. let me tell you this, baby. There was more excuses there than I had in my first and second marriage. I mean, he's always just busy, but then he goes on other streams.
You
I
know,
don't know
you
what
know
to
what?
say.
You know what? I'm
Yes,
going to tell you something. I'm going to tell you something.
yes,
Uh, after the stream in Austin, I know
yes,
for a fact it was Marco and JJ contact Austin and say, "Hey, don't take Marcelo in. Marcelo is not good for you." Fine. You know what? Fine. If you guys
yes,
do that, the stupid mind that he had was that if you guys do that, so you guys going to come to my stream. You guys going to support me every day. I think
yes.
he never say that because if he would be smart, he would say that they would come because then he needed to say, hey, or I have Marcelo or I have you guys. I cannot be alone
But
without nobody.
Austin's not
And in the
very
end, he's
smart.
alone
Let's be.
without
Hey,
nobody.
hey.
And
I don't want to be rude to you, Marcelo, but Austin's not the smartest guy in the tool shed. He's not the sharpest tool in the shed. Austin's a little bit. Come on, come on. As we
yeah,
say in
yeah.
Israel, he's Austin's a great guy. I love him, but he's not the sharpest. But
He's
Seriously.
Beshuga. You say Beshug in Israel.
Yeah,
exactly. Very
yeah, in
quickly,
Yiddish, but
super chat. Patrick Philippe, $5. It's all about the watches. Sadly, the losers who own them can be treacherous snakes. The movements, the cases, the hands. Thank you. Jiro Pow, how are you today?
Hello, replica fans. I'm fine. I'm fine. I just came back from Netherlands. It was so nice, and it's one of the greatest countries ever. Um, I'm considering to buy a house in Netherlands. What do you think, Arch? Should I go for that?
What's the women like in the Netherlands? Tell me this. Is it better than Russia or what?
I think they're more natural, more genuine.
You know
They're
what?
like 50-50.
I tell you what I think there. I think in Russia itself, we got some super chats. Just hang on there. We got super chats. I've unblocked everybody today. Everybody is unblocked. Winner, chicken dinner.
let everybody in. Let them
Let
put
everybody
drink.
in.
Let them put
Diego
the drink.
M, $2. Boot Marcelo, not for $2, not for $2. I'll boot him for 50. 25 at least, but not $2. And here we go. Lord Sharfield, $1.80. Your crew was great. Marcelo is a decent man. Decent man. Fuck him. Yes. And we got Neo, $5. Hello, humanity. Archie, did you miss me long time? Neo, I always miss you. Absolute ball, $2. Short-term gain bites us in the rear. And Showcase watches, get the life jackets on. USS Concrete has set sail. That's correct. We're concrete vessels. That's right. Concrete. Nobody is banned. Nobody has banned. As Stephen Monash says, JJ always has conditions. AL love should be unconditional. That's right. And Frozen Yukon are $5. Fun for Marcelo to stick around. He's loyal and has integrity. You don't see that very often, and it's worth something. You bet you. You know what I think? And Sirocco sales $5 in response to Diego's super chat. Ban Diego. Ooh. I gotta tell you, you know what? Let's do that. No worries. Done. $5. Because Diego's not worth a crap of shit, really. See, he's not that valuable a crew member. Sirocco sales, they're concrete vessels. Yes, you betcha. You know what I think, Jiro Pal?
Tell me.
It's funny, when Russia first opened up, and it's like any of these communist shitholes, Vietnam, even if you look at these countries, these developing countries, Thailand, the Philippines, the women we think they're amazing. We think that these women are fantastic, right? What we don't realize is these women think we are millionaires. They think by being nice to us, they'll never have to work again. You understand?
I understand. I gotta tell you
And
something.
what happened is you've
Yeah.
realized this. See, Russian women are advertising all over the internet. You can find them. You know, Russian women want to find nice men. They can't find you. You hear all the excuses. All the Russian men are alcoholics. All the Russian men are womanizers. All the Russian men are, every excuse in the book. But what the problem is, these Russian women, they are very materialistic and superficial. Okay?
Yes.
They
I
they
gotta agree.
they want the latest designer names. They want all the labels. And what they don't realize is that in the Western world, see, they watch TV shows like Dallas or, all these fancy TV shows, Beverly Hills 902. They think that is how life in America is. Unfortunately, that's a small part, but a lot of people have many problems. So I think the problem is this, okay? I had a friend of mine. He met this woman in Dubai, okay?
Mm-hmm.
She was from Nepal, absolutely gorgeous, okay? I think she was a bit of a prostitute, okay?
Oh wow.
A model come prostitute. Like, I'm just telling you the truth, okay? So he invited her to this fancy hotel, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, he's technically older than her father.
Ooh.
And she said she likes older men. She likes this.
Guess
But
why?
you know what?
Guess
Let
why?
me explain this to you. She thought he was Bill Gates or, Rupert Murdoch. She thought he was super loaded. The reality is, actually, this particular gentleman was on the verge of bankruptcy. I said, mate, does she realize your true finance? He said to me, she said she wants to get married to him. She loves him. You know what? That's true. But she doesn't realize he's destitute, really. Okay?
Mm.
She didn't so if he told her, I said, if you tell her the truth, you will see that all of a sudden you're an old bastard. I got another friend of mine, okay? Another friend of mine. He married this lady from the Philippines, right?
Mm-hmm.
As soon as you empower them. So what I mean is, in the Philippines, she knows if she doesn't behave, he can find a younger woman, bigger boobs, more attractive, easy. Right?
Mm.
He then brought her to Australia. Guess what? She talks to her Filipino friends and she realized, hang on a minute, we're married and have a kids. You can't kick me out now because that house, the apartment that you own, that's actually our apartment by law because we've had a kid. You understand? He can't just say goodbye and send her back to the Philippines. She's got every right to stay here. She's got actually the divorce laws. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but I'm just telling you the truth. So the position of power, he's no longer in the power seat. Do you understand?
I
He's
understand.
now the weak. What he's done is he has exposed his hand, right? So now why does she have to suck up to him? Why does she just says, you don't like it, you can leave. Meaning I stay in the house and you can piss off. And she's actually said to him, you're too old. I want to find someone younger. That's what she's actually
absolutely.
said
If there is an age gap, it's always a phony story. It's never true love. Okay.
Look,
if she's older than her father, excuse me, it's pretty obvious. Okay.
He's older than her father. Yes, that's correct.
So.
And you know what?
Kind of smell. You gotta smell the phony.
Well, but the thing is, she was so. I've met her. He's known her for 20 years. He's been with her. So he met her when she was 19. She's now mid-40s, right? Let me explain this. Let me quickly get these super chats. I'll come back to you. Bud the Stud, $5. Afternoon, lads. All me old friends, you know who you are. It's good to be back watching Archie the Great. Thank you so much there. And Loose Tooth, $5. Serious question. Does Marcelo speak Japanese? I shudder to think. Yes, he does speak Japanese. He little bit. He's got a little bit. He can. He's got a Japanese wife, and he runs a restaurant. He's been in Japan over 10 years. He would pick up a lot of. He basically has survival English. Sorry, survival Japanese. He can survive. He can survive. He knows how to take an order. He can survive. Now let me say this to you, Jiro.
Tell me, Archie.
This woman has now said, you're too old. She's now moved into one of the bedrooms. I mean, his nickname was the King. That was his nickname. She used to call him the King. I'll tell you how embarrassing it is, right? She always posts on Instagram, right? Sorry, no, on Facebook. Facebook saying she's sending some presents back to her family in the Philippines. Anyhow, I put a comment there and said, I'll tell you exactly what I said, okay? Because no one's watching. I'll tell you what I said. I said, I think you've sent enough stuff back home. Isn't it time your parents and family stand on their own 2 feet? Is that rude or nasty or not?
It's true.
It's bloody true.
It's
And
brutally
then
true.
she unfriends me. And then when I rang him, she said, I want to talk to Paul. Because what happened was, sorry, I'll tell you what happened. She saw a photo I posted where I got a Birkin for my wife, right?
Yes, I saw it also. Mm?
And she said, oh, it's amazing. The Birkin's so beautiful. Hiromi's so lucky. That's what she said to me, right?
Mm?
I said, hang on a minute. Stop. Back the truck up. Back the truck up. I said, back the truck up. Stop. I said, honey, I'll just post the link for Marcelo. I said, honey, stop. This is to the Filipino lady. I said, honey, I expect sex every day. That's why she got the Birkin after 16 years.
At least.
You understand? I said, honey, I said, we have intimacy every day. I said, if it's not on the menu, they can fike off. I said this to her. I said, so Hiromi's not lucky. That's part of the deal. Do you understand?
You made good deals, Arch.
No, I'm just telling you. But I honor my deal. I paid up. I got a 2 Birkins. I'm not saying I'm not ripping anyone off. Do you understand or not?
I
That's
understand.
reasonable. That's totally reasonable.
And the Filipino lady, you know what she said to me? This is so embarrassing. She said, me and the King, we don't even have intimacy anymore.
She cut you off?
No. This is the King, the Filipino lady. I'm trying to tell you the story, right?
Yeah.
So I said to her, can you believe how embarrassing it is? She's not fiking her husband, but she's telling other friends of the husband that she's not fiking the husband. At least give him some face. You know, give him some honor. You understand what I mean or not?
What's his age?
Sorry?
What's his age?
He's 71.
Whoa.
Well, it's okay. It's not that old, but it's
See,
okay.
what happened was when he married her, he was in his 50s, she was in her 20s. So he was kind of the cooler, older guy, right?
I've seen a
50's
lot
still
of
quite cool. 50's still quite cool, right? The problem is she's now middle-aged, 45, and he's geriatric. Do you understand?
Yeah.
That's what the problem is.
I've also seen a lot of marriages, Archie, where the wife is like not on the team. She's not on the same team as the husband. She's on her own team.
What the problem is, these women from these developing countries, you can't be angry at them, okay? They want to have a better life. Correct, Jiro?
Yeah.
I agree. I agree with that.
Okay, nothing wrong with that. We all want to have a better life, okay?
That's true. Everyone
However,
wants, yes.
what the problem is, these men they have the coins, they have the money, okay? Now, when they're in charge of the purse, that's okay because they control the situation. Do you understand?
Mm.
But when you bring them into a country like the Western world, where these women suddenly the power struggle, it's not the man in charge.
Empowered,
If
yeah.
she divorces him,
Archie,
he's
super
fucked.
chat.
Do you understand?
Archie, there is a saying. There is a saying. If you want to see somebody true face, give him power, and that's
By the way,
true.
nobody listen. Nobody listen. Cheers for the bitches.
Yes. Cheers for the bitches. That's it. Bud the Stud, $5. Any room on the fridge for Let's Go Brandon? Add yes, we can. That's available, Bud. Just email me ARCHIELUXURY72@gmail. Actually, I'll show you something. I have got I'm showing you, this is what is actually coming out very soon. I have just uploaded, I was working on this yesterday. I have got a new, I'm just going to bring it up. Just let me get this up here for you guys. Okay, let me bring this up. There we go. I'm just bringing this up. Let's go, Brandon. I'm just going to bring this up. This is a new advertisement. It's a bit okay. Share screen. Here we go. New electronic fridge. It's coming up in every video now. We've got the refrigerator.
All right.
So we can squeeze in. Let's go, Brandon. We can squeeze it in somewhere there. Let me tell you this. Okay. You know something, Jiro?
Tell me.
When you empower these women, right? When you empower these women by taking them to the West, all of a sudden, the dynamics change.
Yeah, they become
okay.
So, Arch, may I tell you something? I gotta tell you something. So I was in the Netherlands. I booked a house near the seaside. And by the way, it's a great life to live at the seaside. I mean, you live in Australia, Brisbane. It's amazing, just amazing. By the way, I uploaded 2 pics. It's on Instagram. You can look it up at _KKR cool. It's my Instagram. But okay, so I gotta tell you, I met it. It was a closed area. Okay, expensive houses. It was a house. It's not an hotel. It's a house.
What's the Instagram name again?
_KKR cool.
What the fuck does underscore?
I don't know. I don't know. So I gotta tell you.
KKR
cool.
Cool. Oh, I see it now. Why did you have an underscore? Why do you start a handle with underscore? Could I ask you that? Please tell me.
I didn't do this. It was the proposal by Instagram, and I just took it.
Okay. I can't see any good pictures there. What's the good pictures? There's nothing there.
The seaside. You see the seaside. You see the waves. You see the
I want to see the girls. I don't care about the sea. I want to see the chicks.
No, it's a decent Instagram channel. It's a decent one. I don't post girls.
Okay, let me ask you this then. Okay, let me tell you this. Okay, it's always the situation is this. Let me explain it to you. Okay. Okay, let me explain it to you. My wife is different. Okay. Because we made most of our money together, okay? Can I explain this to you? I want to explain this to you. Can I please explain this?
You're totally binded by your wife. If you divorce,
listen to me.
You lose 70%.
Listen to me, okay? We made our money together. Actually, to be honest with you, I was -30 when I married her. She had a house deposit. She had 20%.
It would be okay if I ask what is her profession? What she do?
She's a nurse.
When you become married, though,
she's an RN. She's a registered nurse. When you're married, in my country, a registered nurse earns big bucks.
Yeah, my wife told me that.
In Australia, a registered, well, you need a university degree. Okay, so there's different levels of nursing. A registered nurse is what you want. You want to have a degree.
RN.
Basically, she works 3 days a week for 70,000 Australian a year. Okay,
Nice.
so it's about 50,000 US for 3 shifts, 3 8-hour shifts a week. Now the thing is, you've got to have a university degree and training to do it, but still, once you've got it, you're there. Now let me tell you something, Brandon. I mean, Jiro. Let me tell you something, okay?
Go ahead, Arch.
Okay, so you've got to structure your situation, right? So we've got a house together. I tried very hard. I bought her many nice luxury goods too, right? I said to her, what would happen if we had an extra $200,000? What would you want to do? And she said, oh, we'd upgrade the house. I want to get, so instead of being in a middle class area, instead of being in a lower middle, we'd move to a upper middle. Okay. So we'd go to a private cul-de-sac, 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom, 4-bedroom, 2-bathroom, ensuite, and 2-car garage. Because our house here is 3-bedroom plus an outside study, 1 car and 1 bathroom. Okay. So we move up to a more prestigious and better house.
How many square meters do you have now?
150.
Okay.
160. Okay.
There's a balcony. You have a balcony also, right? Like a nice,
no, well, that's livable area. Livable area, 160. Okay. Now, let me say this to you. I said to her, what would you do if we had 200,000? What would you do? I asked her a question, right?
Mm-hmm.
She said, oh, we could upgrade the house. And I said to her, hang on a minute, honey. Hang on.
One more house.
just be careful here, because I want to make sure, and there's no one's watching this, so I'll tell you this deep secret, okay? I said to her, honey, you don't understand. I've already got 200,000. My watch collection is 200 Australian, okay? I said, do you know why I don't do that? I said, honey, because the problem is, if we do that and then you get shits with me, you can get an a violence order against me. You just need to tell the police I raised my hand or screamed at you, and I get kicked out. I said, honey, I'm very fair, but if the shit hits the fan, I want to put my watch collection in my Louis Vuitton briefcase and fuck off. I want to fuck off. I want to fly to Singapore. I want to put all my watches in a safety deposit box. I will sell one. Okay? Sell one.
And I live the life.
Get me $30,000. I will then jump on another plane. So keep all the other ones in my safety deposit box. I jump on a plane to Vietnam. I said, if you told me to fuck off, in 48 hours' time, I would have already gone to Singapore, dropped my watches off. I would then go to Da Nang. I would be on the beach. I said, I'd have a mobile phone in one hand, a pina colada in the other, and a 23-year-old Vietnamese girl sucking my prick as I'm ringing you to discuss what we're going to do next.
She was laughing when she heard it again.
Not quite laughing. But I said, I'm not going to. You've got to have some escape plans. That's my emergency. Now, the other thing is, too, it may not even be her. She may not be bad. I said, what happens if the Indonesians invade Australia? Okay? I want to fuck off now. I don't want to sell my house. If we have to leave, I want emergency money to fuck off. Do you understand?
Exactly.
I would take her. In all honesty, I'd take her. But if she's bad to me, I also will fuck off on her too. I explained this concept. To her, right?
Hey, Greenholm.
So I think, Arch, she's not selfish. She wishes to be well for both of you. I think it's a very good choice.
Pretty good. What I'm trying to tell you is, if you give them the power, they will treat you like shit. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Not everybody, but I would agree on that. If you give someone power, you see his true face. Okay. By the way, you had this experience with Marco. You had this experience with JJ. You gave them power, and they exploited you badly. and they showed their true faith, and that's the point. And the woman behaved the same.
They still didn't. They still want to suck more. Now they see they doesn't work out. Talking 3 hours only watches. Now they want to come back to the source.
Exactly. Let me say this to you, okay? I'll tell you something because no one's watching, okay? My dad, right? Let me tell you this. Can I tell you this? Just don't tell anyone, okay? This is a bit personal. Do you want me to tell you or not?
Okay.
Nobody's watching.
Secret.
Nobody's watching.
Nobody's watching. Okay.
200 peanuts. Okay, so listen to this. So my dad got married to my stepmom, right? And he had all the money. She left her husband. Now, she said there was problems with him. Let's just accept what she said is true. I don't know the truth, okay? So my dad had money. He had a house, an investment house, and he had investments. He did have mortgages. Yes, he did. He owed money too. He was leveraged, but he did have some equity there too. Anyhow, they got married. They stayed together for a long time. My dad he's the one who had the money. She came here with basically just a clothes and a suitcase. Okay. Do you understand?
Mm.
Then what happened is she actually inherited, it's a long story, and my dad, someone else tried to steal it off her, but she got an inheritance. The husband that she had before, he died. So she actually, because the house was in both names, it's a long story, but she basically she inherited this house in Melbourne, okay?
Mm-hmm.
She had kids from the previous marriage as well.
Yes, she did. My dad had 3 kids and she had 2 kids. Then, once she got some money, she turned into a monster herself. Like she wanted to give money away to her kids. And my dad said, hang on a minute there. I didn't give big chunks of money to my kids. You want to give big chunks of money to your kids. We've got to be fair. No. She wanted to do this, right? They got divorced. My stepmom and my dad got divorced because she inherited money and she behaved like a real nasty, spoiled bitch. Okay? That's what happened. Okay?
Money changed people, Arch.
She didn't have to listen to my dad. When my dad had the money, she needed to listen to him or she'd be on the street. Now, my dad's not an asshole. Let me tell you this. Let me tell you this story. She got cancer, right? She had thyroid cancer. My dad said to her, stop working. And he bought her, listen to this, he bought her a $60,000 brand new BMW 6-cylinder.
Wow.
It was a 323i. This was in 2009. And I brokered the deal. I got it at a really good price for them, okay? Brand new. So he was never a bastard.
Brandon new.
Brandon new.
And this is after the divorce.
This is before the divorce. Before. No, after the divorce, he doesn't give a fuck. Okay? Jesus Christ. So he was never a bad guy. But he said to her, you can't give this money away. That money you're giving away, that's money we need to hang on to in case you need medical treatment, in case you need to make sure we keep that money. Anyhow, you know what happened? I'm just telling you the story. When she had her own money, she turned into a monster. She wouldn't listen to my dad. She wasn't as smart as my dad with financial decisions. And I can tell you this now, right? It's completely, I'm just telling you the story, right? So is she happy now? She's divorced then. He gave her a fucking 6-cylinder BMW and said, don't work. And that bitch, her job was to look after him. My dad would come home and there'd be old meals to eat because she'd had dinner secretly with her kids. And then there'll be leftovers for him to eat. He said, what the fuck is this? So I can tell you this now. You want to always, doesn't matter who you're with, doesn't matter who you marry, who you're with, you always have to keep a bit of emergency escape plan up your sleeve. Do you understand that, Brandon?
I always do. Believe me, I could stop working.
If the shoe is on the other foot, they will skin you. And I mean, in Thailand, what happens is Jiro Pow. Here we go. Bud the Stud, $5. Jiro Pow. Didn't know that was KR Cool in a pink hat. This guy has epic nightlife and great collection. I live viciously through him with parting.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Blood.
Let me just tell you this. These women folk, don't be sucked in, okay? Let me just say this to you. Do not be sucked in. You need to be so careful. These women, once they have control, the balance of power, once they have control, they will fuck you over. They don't want to be taking commands from you. Do you understand this? Do you understand this?
It's really make me sad if you tell me this story and yet you have a woman that lives with you for years and years, and this is a phony person, pretends to love you, but once she has a love, pretending.
You don't understand. Can I tell you a story?
It's a phony laugh.
Can I tell you a story?
Yes, of course.
If you find a mangy dog on the street, you know, a soy dog, and you feed it, it will stay with you, right? Right?
It's a dog, but you compare a snake to a dog.
If the neighbor then says, we're not going to feed you dog food, we're going to feed you beautiful steaks every day, he will fucking leave you, okay?
Do you know
this
the snake
is human
poem?
nature. This is human nature. Have you heard the saying? You know, people do the worst things, okay? You give people, look at this. Look at what, let me tell you this. Don't blame women. This is nothing women. This is human nature. Look at Marco, okay? He's not the best looking guy. He's kind of small, okay? Kind of, slightly below average height.
Yeah,
okay?
JJ is watching. And by the way, I want to mention JJ is an awesome guy. And JJ, come back. I just wrote to him. He just contacted me on WhatsApp.
Anyhow,
JJ. Okay.
Guess what? Guess what? You want to know something? I treated him like a son. I helped him so much. I got a Batgirl for him. I used my contacts. I got a big favor out of Bear Clooney to get that sub at a great price for him. Do you think I get a thank you from him? No, I'm the biggest. He refers to me as the toilet. That's the thanks I get from this deformed-looking midget who I got him a Batgirl and a no date. Look how he didn't even have the balls to say, happy birthday, Arch. I know we have our differences. I know we have our differences, but happy birthday, big boy. Not a fucking thing. This is, very quickly, Bud the Stud, $5. Always save money for a rainy day. Best advice I ever got. I mean, you could keep a mistress, I guess, but just find a good woman first. Holy shite.
Wow.
Patrick
Philippe, $200.
$200. Patrick Chip Me, Weekday Hustle, Mr. Valju, a Shot in the Dark, Neo, William Mummy, Showcase Watches, Young, Kim Rooted Rota, Kim Young Kim, Rooted Rota, Ron the Shrink, Jamie Opulence, Bear Clooney, Logan Hall, Dan Radke, Pavel, Frozen Yukona, Clam Walker, and Blue Shirt Buddha. A short list of the OG Archie fan base.
Do I need to add this dude to the list?
This dude, yes.
Patrick, I should say.
Yes.
Archie, I gotta tell you something. Do you know? Yeah. Do you know the snake poem? I would everybody to recommend it. Trump brought it up in his rally. Let me in, or tender woman, let me in. For heaven's sake, you got to read this snake poem. It's on the internet. This is how you've been treated by Marco and Tim, not by JJ. Okay.
Yeah, but by the way, this Trump used to use that.
Yes, read this poem. It's a short one. Read this poem. Yeah. It's so deep. It's amazing.
Let me tell you this, okay? There was a scorpion, and it was talking to this frog, and the scorpion said, "Can I sit on your back and go across the river?"
It's similar to the snake
Yeah.
one. You're going to
And
like
the
the
scorpion says, the frog says, but you will sting me and I'll die. And the scorpion says, yes, but I'll also die. So I'm not going to do that. Anyhow, the frog says, okay, jump on. The scorpion jumps on the frog's back. Halfway across, the scorpion stings the frog. As the frog is dying, he goes, why did you do that? And the scorpion says it was instinct.
He said, I'm a scorpion. That's what I do.
So I got to tell you, you know what, man? You've got to always, I'm not saying be bad to anybody. Okay? And I got to be honest with you. I haven't been the best man myself. I got my own baggage. Okay? We've all got baggage. I got to be honest with you. I really wish my Japanese wife, I married her first because I had less baggage then. Do you understand? I'm like a used car. I'm a used car that's been in a few accidents. Okay?
No, you're like a classic Rolex, Arch. Like a classic, just rise in value.
No, I've been over polished. I've had nasty accidents. Changed the parts. Bud the stud, $5. Oh my God, Blue Shirt Buddha. Sport, this took me a few chats, but you're my boy, Blue. You're my boy. God bless you and many more years. Love you, Blue.
You know when you said you're sorry to Pearl, I mean,
yes,
he needed. He needed to be a man to accept the apology. So if you are dick, you should accept the. Now you behave more a dick than Archie because you didn't accept the apology. And
I gotta tell you, with Perth, you know, I like the way he's suddenly good friends with Marco and JJ. You want to know the truth? They hated him. Can I tell you another piece of truth, Marcelo, just between you and me?
Sure.
Marco hated REG. He couldn't stand REG. Did you know that?
Wow.
Who's REG? I forget.
It's a liberal. It's a liberal.
Yeah, he's a Jewish nice guy from Canada also.
It's still liberal.
REG.
Does he
By the way,
belong in the
Arch,
team?
it's All Wilson. All Wilson the Snake. Gotta listen to this song. All Wilson.
Okay. Let me say this to you, okay? You know what? I think for you, let me tell you one thing I found is interesting, okay? If you speak to a Chinese girl, right? She'll wants to get a Mercedes Benz. They want to have the big house and the Louis Vuitton bag, right?
Yeah.
But if you speak to a Japanese, they tend to say, hang on a minute. Yes, they're materialistic. Of course they are, right? But they realize, put it this way, okay? They realize the price of having this stuff. They realize you've got to work really, really hard, do horrible things to get the money. Do you see what I mean? I had a friend of mine in Thailand, okay? He's probably worth $5 to $10 million. Very clever, hardworking guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I've seen what it took to earn that money. And you know what? I'm not jealous at all because he turned out to be a real asshole now. He's basically
look at what happens to people that win the lottery. Look at what happens to lottery winners. You know, it ruins their lives.
Archie, let me say like this. People that have only $5 million or $10 million, for us, you know, most of us don't have this kind of money, so we see them as millionaires. But they are not, Archie. They are just a little bit richer, and they pretend to look like they are billionaires, but they are not. $10 million doesn't make you a billionaire.
Exactly.
$100 million, maybe. $10 million.
Absolute Ball, yes. $1. Thank you, Absolute Ball. Jamie, you're looking dapper. Hey, what's happening, Jamie?
Not a great deal. But I got my book.
What did you think of it? Tell me that.
I've not read it. I've not had a chance. But yeah,
it's interesting.
It's intriguing. I'm obviously going to, but yeah, I'm looking forward to getting into it.
What's new with you, Jamie? Tell me what's new in the world of Jamie Opulence.
I bought a new book today, which was the Nick Folks.
Yes.
It's a book from the biography, I think it's called, of Patek. It's actually listed on the Patek website as
yes.
Yes. Oh, have you got it?
Hey, Jamie,
actually, that's the big one. The big one. The big one. Yeah, that's a great book. That's a great book.
We just had a conversation, and you know a lot of billionaire people in.
I don't know any billionaires.
No, but think about it, right? I mean, we just talked.
Archie,
if we meet people that own around $5 or $10 million, they behave like dicks. But when you have guys that own like 100 or how we say $1,000 billion, I mean, these guys are actually cool. These guys are not the dick at all.
Jamie, have you been
you bought a book about watches?
It's about Patek. Yeah, it's a Patek book. He's got a Patek.
I was gonna say,
He's a Patek guy.
I'm an appreciator of fine watches, and I'm learning here on the thread. But I am guilty of not really reading up as much as I should. I study more about
Snake. You're doing fine. Trust me, Marco did the same, and everybody thinks he's the Timasso, so it's okay.
Well, I know my fair bit, but I'm here to learn.
Yeah, well, that's all I'm doing. I've had I got 2 books from my wife for my birthday. I haven't read them, and on my own accord, obviously, I've just gone and ordered that book today. So I'm just learning like everyone else. So
What's happening to the Miami visit? When are you going to Miami?
Yeah, it's looking good. It's looking good. So it's earmarked for December the 28th to the 8th of January. But it's looking really good.
Jamie, have you been to Netherlands?
Yes, I've been to Amsterdam, and also they call it The Hague or Den Haag. Den Haag, I think it's called.
I've been there too a couple of days ago. Did you like it?
Haagen-Dazs. I like their ice cream. Haagen-Dazs.
No, well,
that's American. That's American.
It's an awesome country. I love it.
Bud,
So
the stud. I'm a billionaire. Thank you, Bud, the stud there. Let me just tell you this. I think with the Netherlands women, Mr. Jiro, I think it's kind of strange. You've come full circle. See, many American men, they see these beautiful Russian women and they think they are going to be the girl of their dreams, right? I'll be honest with you. These women who, like Japanese, they say Japanese women are subservient and listen to you. That is absolute bullshit. They are stubborn. They are pig-headed. They are, they are. One thing about humans is, people bring up these things and they say, oh, the Japanese are this, or the Thais are this, or the, you know what? They're all human. They got a lot of good traits and I got a lot of bad traits. And let me say this to you. Japanese women, they pretend to be subservient, but that is a complete act. That's an act. In fact, Japanese women are notorious to be so charming and perfect until you get married. It's like a trap, a spider web. I kid you not.
Man.
There are.
How the hell you in Australia?
Arch, I got it. Arch,
fuck me, Dad. You should be here.
Arch, my father doesn't feel well. We're going to the hospital, so I gotta leave for now.
Okay, Jiro, see you later. Best of luck, man. Best of luck.
Bye-bye.
Best of luck. Oh, I hope he's okay there. He said his father's not well. Jiro, our prayers are with you.
Sorry to hear that.
It's
Ronnie
quite late
Paul,
as well. It's
$100. Arch,
1
I think the reason for the infighting is because very little of the watch community has actually personally interacted with each other outside of these chats, resulting in a disconnect. Let me say this to
talk
you.
To anybody on personal messaging. I'd love to learn more and talk to more people.
I got to tell you, man, there are some really... Omar, $5. Marcelo, have you ever thought about speaking English instead of Ganganese? Would probably help your non-existent YouTube career. Ooh, Omar. It's good to
I
see.
take it into
As
consideration,
long
no
as you are
problem.
subscribed, Omar, please subscribe. That's the Marcelo Time, it's called. Marcelo Time. Check
Oh,
it
thank you,
out.
Archie.
Yes, make sure he subscribes and leave brutal comments there. That's no problems there.
Archie,
Ron the Shrink is back putting comments. Ronnie, come on, Ron. We love you. Ron, come on, Ronnie. Ari G. Yes, Ari G. We love you as well. Come back. Come back to the fold. This is where you're wanted. This is your home. Please come back. Please come back.
So, Archie, I missed the beginning of today's stream, but what's the latest
Yes.
with the fridge situation? Did you get a second quote, or what's the?
I tell you this now, we've got some works coming. I've got some good news on it.
Good.
Yeah. I got to be honest with you. There's a lot of refrigeration sharks out there. You wouldn't believe it. It's like
you know
anything.
what, Archie, if
Yes.
I knew better before this situation that happened to you, instead of being a chef, I would be a
refrigeration
vintage
mechanic.
refrigerator.
Yes. That's exactly it. Jamie, it's great to see you here, man. I love your positivity. And one thing about Jamie is he's happily married, one dog, one bone. He's got a. I'm actually, out of all the things Jamie has, that's probably the best thing he has there, and it's an intangible. It's a very, very lucky man. You're a lucky man, Jamie. You're very lucky indeed.
But I'm also conscious, not to give too much power. I hear what you're saying just before I came on.
I think that's for anyone. You've got to always have. You got to have some. Got to be careful. You got to be careful because it's.
I can officially say I do not have women figured out. I can officially say I do not have them figured out, and probably never will. And
Snake, welcome to the club. I mean,
yeah,
it's okay.
Yeah.
Absolute Bore, $2. We want Barbie. Thank you, Absolute Bore. And Neo, $5. Archie, I don't know how you managed to get all of us watch Misfits together. I'm smiling in happiness. That is fantastic. And REG says he can't hop on. He's working. No worries, Ari. Thank you for having us your choice on the streams. It's very cool to have you.
Sad is there in a mute, huh? Sad, how are you doing?
Just thinking about crispy chicken.
I got to tell you, Saad. Saad, let me give you some tips there. Jamie's helped me. Can I explain this to you with the weight loss? I had an epiphany talking to Jamie. And Jamie said, it was also that other guy, Trapper John. He said to me, they were on these, you can join these weight loss. They basically make the meals for you. And I realized looking at Jamie's meals there, that's the sort of food that I'd eat about 5 of them. Okay.
Yeah.
As a snack. You know what I mean? And that's the problem. I think my problem is portion control.
Yeah, portion size. Yeah. Portion size is everything.
I should study for matching now. I mean, yesterday
you were best to eat a big lunch, have a smaller dinner. I got to tell you, Saad, the chicken is I like crispy skin chicken. Crispy skin chicken. That's what I love. I love my crispy skin chicken. Can I tell you a great diet dish? Just very quickly, you can make yourself. Listen to this. You get some, those instant sort of noodles.
Okay.
You can barbecue some chicken, 2 or 3, breasts, nice big pieces. Cut it up, and then you put it into the noodles, and you can add a bit of capsicum, mushroom, and spring onion. And that's a good kind of, because your thing is you're basically boiling this crispy chicken in the soup. So it's losing some fat. That is
Archie, no. You
No.
want to if you want to do
Okay.
diet,
Yeah.
you need to stop
Yes.
flour items. You
Yes.
don't eat nothing that have flour. Forget about flour.
Anything white, anything
No.
colored
No,
white.
no, but usually flour. Forget about flour,
Yeah.
and forget about of course sweets. And,
Flour, sugar.
and the sugar. Yeah.
Sugar is very
means
much.
also fruits. Don't eat fruits.
Here we
There
go.
is a specific diet that you can do.
It's called the keto diet.
Yeah.
Omar, $2. Sard and Jamie are legends. Let me just say this to you. I got to tell you got to be careful. A lot of people, what they do is in the Philippines or in Thailand, you can't own a piece of land. Only Thai nationals can own land. So they put a house in the wife's name, and then they wonder why she decides, I can't stand you anymore. You know, this is how it works. And the Japanese, they are notorious. They are the best girlfriends when you're not married to them. Once you marry them, they completely. The funny thing is in Japan, let me tell you a true statistic, and you can back me up on this here. Show me your horns, $5. So pathetic that the horns constantly whines like an 8-year-old that couldn't get an ice cream, begging people to come on his show. Horns has spoken. Thank you for your $5.
By the way,
Horns.
Archie, I just wanted to ask you one important question: the pros and cons of marriage, and why are women bitches?
Because they're not
Okay.
Pakistani.
It's their
Look.
nature.
Look, I tell you this,
It's their
okay?
nature.
Let me say this to you. I think the best way I can give you an answer to
Refer
this
back
is
to the scorpion joke.
this is what Jordan Peterson said. He said love and marriage. Okay, marriage is fraught with danger. It is a cesspot of misery, right? However, if you get it right, it's incredible. This is the problem. Okay, so it's such a if this was a poker game, I would say your chances. I'll give you the honest statistics. 50% of marriages first time fail.
Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
if you've been married before, 70% of second marriages fail, and if you get married a third time, the statistics are even worse. Okay. Then you've got the fact that Neo, $5. You can lose weight eating any food you want. The type of food doesn't change the rules of thermodynamics. Eat less calories than you spend.
Archie, if you eat a smaller portion and stop and take a small
I like
break.
Saad's approach. I want to eat a cow. Me and Saad.
If you eat a small portion though and wait a minute, you'll find that you're not hungry in 10 minutes.
Archie, listen
Not
to
quiet.
this. Archie, I have a friend in Israel.
Yes.
He became a rabbi. He became very, very religious. He was like me with tattoos. Became like a rabbi. I asked him.
Yes.
It was like on his 30s. I said, and he was like a gigolo, fucking every day. I said, what happened? I said, well, I don't really believe in God like it, but if I become an Orthodox, a rabbi Orthodox, I get introduced to a girl from a rabbi house. She never leave you. She is glued to you. Yes. Never going to betray you. Always going to make you food. Going to be your perfect wife. I came to an age that I want to get married. I want somebody reliable. You know?
Yes. I see.
Yeah.
Let me say this to you. I got to tell you this. The
no,
truth
you know,
is,
you have a lot of Orthodox. You know this already. You see
yes,
them,
yes, you're 100%. Let me
Yeah.
just say this. I think, truthfully, in Japan,
You need to eat more pineapples.
Divorce rate is 50%, just like the rest. It's a little bit lower than the rest of the world. But did you know over 50% of married couples in Japan are technically sexless.
Wow.
Yeah.
In fact,
Yeah.
over 50, the sexless rate is like 70%.
You know what? Here, something that Olivier
Okay,
told me.
now I gotta tell
chat.
you.
So,
Oh.
No, good. No, something that a very good friend of mine told me, Olivier. He
Austin Daniels live streamer, £1.80. I failed.
Well, this is Austin. What 20 years from now?
You know what's wrong? He gave up. Where he failed, he gave up. He gave up.
He gave up because he was. I mean, regarding the way he make his channel, he gave up because he was stupid. Listen to that two guys because you know what, you listen to them fine, but they didn't even support you. They needed to come to your streams.
Archie, I ran that porno shop for 3 years, and I ran across a lot of Japanese porn.
Yes, it's the best in the world.
Come back to the
Yeah, a lot of it was great, and a lot of it was.
Did you
they
know
got pretty
porn
weird.
do you know porn in Japan is second after the car industry?
I think Japanese porn is frustrating because you can't see anything. They blur it out.
Guys, listen to me. Listen to me. No, guys, go to Netflix because most of you guys have Netflix and check The Naked Producer. You guys have to see that.
But why is it blurred?
No, his name is Naked Producer. He's the guy that actually started the industry of the porno movies. You guys have to see this.
Naked Producer. I'll have a look. I got to tell you what.
You have to see this.
I got to tell you, in Japan itself, so if you're in your 50s, 70% of married Japanese are sexless. The results are terrible. That is
what about infidelity? What's the percentage or estimate?
Well, look, the thing is that there is a lot of infidelity because they don't have a Judeo-Christian ethic.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
and also I'm sorry I'm stopping Archie in the middle, but just to say how strong Archie actually saying. This explains why in every corner you have a girls' bar, and you have a lot of girls' bar, a lot of places basically for people to go, and you cannot talk to your wife, so you go to a girls' bar. You're spending money, and you have like several girls that become your girlfriends, and they love you, and they respect you, and they listen to you. You know, I mean, of course, for money.
Not all cultures mix marriage and love together. A lot of cultures, the two are separate, and so you'll have your mistress off to the side, and it's accepted.
Look,
you have your family with your kids, and you have your wife, and you raise your kids. You're pretty much sexless there, but you have your mistress over here.
Snake.
She has her mistress over her mister over
Snake.
there.
I have a millionaire guy here. He come here. He's married with kids. He always come here with 2 free hostess. From always.
Yeah. Well, it's Western culture mainly that lumped marriage and love together.
It's the Christianity did that sort of thing. It's that kind of absolute bore. $2. Live at home with mum. You'll be able to buy Rolex. That's all that matters. And
speaking of Rolex,
I got to tell you just very quickly, Lapo 76, $9. Where is Carmelo when you need it the most? That's exactly.
Don't worry, you will come.
Archie.
Patrick Philippe, $5. Marcelo, please go back to cooking and mute your microphone. Thank you. Ooh, okay. I got to tell you, let me just say this. In Japan itself I honestly, I said this to somebody. I think the Japanese women are absolutely gorgeous. And I've said this. But the thing is this, it's like having a Ferrari you're never allowed to drive.
Yeah,
it's
you can look, but you can't touch.
It's just crazy. We got Mr. GMT back. Hi, brother Nero. Yes, Mr. GMT. Dennis Velacci, $5. Arch, can I send you a pic of my two-piece combo? Sure. ArchieLuxury72@gmail.com. Send it through. And Ken Fresno.
Sirocco needs a link.
Yeah, he needs a
Can
link.
we start substitute for Marcelo?
No,
subtitles for Marcelo Fund. There we go. There we go. We've got the link coming in.
Well, but English is that bad for them? Jesus Christ.
I don't think it's that bad. I think they just having a go
They're
there
just
at
ribbing
you.
Archie, I have good news.
Yes.
I talked with the gentleman that I'm getting my Kermit from, and we have officially sealed the deal. And
fantastic.
within a few days, I will be rocking my new 2021 Kermit.
Beautiful.
41 millimeter mint box papers, receipts, card, warranty, the whole 9 yards.
Sirocco, how are you, man?
I'm good, buddy. How you going?
Hey, Sirocco.
What do you think of the advice? I'm trying to give them advice there. You would agree with that. Be very careful with what you empower them with, isn't it, Sirocco?
What, the chicks?
Yes.
I saw that you were talking the first marriage, 50% fail, the second, whatever that was.
70%.
And then you said the third,
70% of second marriages fail, and 85% of third marriages fail. And the reason
if you get to the
that
third,
figure
you
is
need to
so
be fucking
low,
locked
the
up.
reason that figure is so low because some of them died too because they're getting older.
Guys, I need to bring one day to this panel a friend that actually is a Romanian guy that lives in Italy. Is now 30. Actually, is 40 years old, and is planning already his marriage number 8.
Marriage number 8. Well,
yeah.
Holy shit.
He's a very famous ballet teacher, actually. I mean, he's like married 8 times. 8 times he married.
Fucking nuts.
Nuts. Sirocco, you'd never do that again, would you?
No. No.
Timepiece Fund, $5. By all means, get married. If you are lucky, you will be happy. Otherwise, you'll become a philosopher. Socrates, 5th century BC. It's a win-win. Laugh out loud. I love. Yeah, Socrates is. Yeah, I did ancient history. I wasn't very good at it, but I do like those quotes there.
My memory wasn't good enough.
Yeah, I got to tell you something, man. Sirocco sales. Yeah, I think the thing is this. It's like any relationship. Women aren't necessarily. Please don't get the wrong impression. I'm not anti-women, okay? I love ladies, okay?
Yeah.
You've just got to be careful. You can't make yourself vulnerable. If you give them the keys, give them the power, of course it can end really badly. You've got to be sensible and say, you've just got to be clever about things. And that's with anything. A business partner, you can be ripped off by a business partner who you trusted too much. You've always got to have checks and balances.
Well, wasn't Marcelo ripped off by his business partner?
Well, no, he had a business partner. He wasn't.
Yeah. Not business partner. It was a manager that wanted to be.
Yes, he was buying product from, but he found out about it, and the guy now doesn't have half his fingers are missing. He's fine. He's
missing his meteorite GMT too.
Exactly. He doesn't. But I got to tell you guys seriously, in Japan, necessarily, you got to look at it this way: 50% of marriages fail, and 50% are sexless. Fuck. Is that what This is how bad it can be. And also, I got to tell you the truth. Let me say this to you: when the Ford Pinto was out. Okay, remember the Ford Pinto. Now, what happened with the Ford Pinto? You ran into the arse, it would explode because how the fuel tank was placed over the back wheels.
Yep.
And the engineers said, for $20, we can fix this problem. We can put something there that stops that problem. But Ford said, no, it's cheaper just to pay out the damages. Now, the thing is this. What should have happened was the engineers should have said, we are walking out You fix it or we're at it. But no one had the guts to call it a spade. No one had the guts to do that. If they would have said, no, we're not accepting this, they would have done it. You know, this is the honest thing. If you are married, like you hear some guys, they say, I've been in a marriage, it's been sexless for 2 years. Well, isn't that his fault to put up with that?
Are you talking about Marcelo?
No, Marcelo's had some luck, but I'm just saying, you hear these guys say, oh, we've been sexless for 2 years. Well, isn't that the man's fault to say, well, hang on a tick, honey, this isn't working. I'm about to leave. Maybe I need to
It's
go
not
to Vietnam.
entirely her fault. It's both of you. You're not exciting her.
Usually, yeah.
Dennis Valachi, $2, sent big boy. Look, I think the truth is it doesn't matter. You've got to have some face. You've got to have game. Meaning, I'll be honest with you, okay? Fuck. You got to look good. You got to have money. These bitches don't care. I'll be honest with you, okay? You can be fat. You can be ugly. You got to have cash. Simple as that, okay? And you know, this is the thing. You got to have game. You got to have game. I'm trying to tell you this. Game. You don't need to be an asshole. But you need to have some.
I try to be very careful for who watching and how I say this, but
if you don't have money, she's gonna leave you for the next guy with more money.
You met what? Haven't met one person with what?
I try to be very careful with what I'm saying or who watching, but I almost didn't met one person here that doesn't have affair. Something.
Well, that's because they got it. Yes. That's okay.
And not regarding, sometimes your wife can be amazing and you can have a very good sex life, but we are getting older, right? We're getting in our 40s.
You don't have time
50s.
to waste.
And sometimes, you go to a club, you still look good. You see somebody on her 30s or younger than that, you have opportunity, you jump on it,
No. You have to have discipline.
Sorry, James.
Dennis Valachi, $2, sent big boy. Thank you, Dennis.
He sent you the email.
Discipline and compromise.
I've been to Nana's Plaza. I've been 4 floors of halls. I've been to loads of these places, and I didn't touch. I just looked.
Jamie, your wife look like a model. You are.
Yeah, I was disciplined.
An exception of this conversation.
No, but I'm happy. I'm happy. She gives me what I need.
Man.
By the way, Marcelo.
I love you, man. Cheers.
Marcelo, when I look at myself and you, and then I compare myself you to Sirocco Sales, man, what are we doing to ourselves? Look at ourselves and him. We are not maintaining ourselves, man. He is impeccable,
Archie.
Yesterday, I'm embarrassed to say that I eat a small steak, 2 sausage, and in the end, I had some tequilas and drinks, and then I bought some free cakes. I'm embarrassed. I'm a piece of. Probably Marco and JJ are going to like to hear that I'm going to say that I'm a piece of a cunt, basically. and I promise I will maintain myself better from today.
Now, Archie, before we do the next super chat, I just think you should post the link there because Ron the Shrink and Timepiece Fund, I think they're going to jump on and battle.
Ron
and
Timepiece
they're talking about.
Fund.
Yeah. So I think they're both going to hop on, I think.
I love Timepiece Fund. You know that? I love him. He's cool.
Let the battle begin.
I love Ron as well. Ron's a great guy.
Archie, I get your permission to be nasty today.
Hey man, you're cool. You're cool, man. There's no problems there. I like Mars. I got to tell you guys, look at this.
Wait, did you do the Timepiece Fund? Did you do that one? Sorry to interrupt.
All right, that's okay. That's okay. No, please double check. Timepiece Fund, $2. That said, buy Rolex Rolex's gold bars and hide them in Singapore.
So that's the 40 mil day date, of course.
That's a max.
I just want to look at this.
Or is
Yeah,
it
so
day
the whole-
date too?
That's
a
Hulk
maxi case.
Hulk.
40 mm
Yeah, this
dated.
is a Hulk. A Hulk and a day with
You know
baguette
what?
diamonds.
I got to be
Fuck me,
totally honest with you. Fuck.
Very nice. That's all you need.
Ultimate.
This
What more do you need? What more would you need, really?
fridge.
Not much. That covers.
Now,
pretty
Archie,
much all the
we've
bases
missed
there.
Toyota Mo's super chat. My
Oh,
mistake.
Toyota
but,
Mo, $5.
$5.
Hi, Arch. Just wanted to stop in and say hi to Jamie, Sirocco, Mike, Green Room, Sard, and to you, Archie. Toyota Mo, I love you. I really, really love you, Toyota Mo. And by the way, I'm not in a good mood. Last night I discovered something. I wanted to tell you about this. My dream car was a Lexus IS 250. Okay.
That's a great car.
No, it's not, because it's got direct injection. It's got problems with it, carbon deposits fouling up.
All the new cars have direct injection. It's easily fixed.
No problem with direct injection. Archie. It is actually fuel economical.
It's just an issue where all the new cars are direct injected. At about 40,000 miles, it costs about $250, and they take the intake manifold off and they clean the intake valves with a sandblaster with walnut shells. And they clean the valves off and put the intake manifold back on. Done deal. BMWs have the same issue. So does VW. So does Mini, especially. Any direct injected car has this issue
with carbon.
They don't have the gas flowing over the valve to wash the valve clean.
I see.
Wow.
There we go.
But
okay.
It's an easy,
you know what?
Problem to fix.
Extremely beautiful watches.
You know what? I honestly, just looking at this, I'm mesmerized. I got to be totally.
I could stare at those for hours.
I just tell you what, I think in some ways, you know, what I get envious of is, okay, I got 9 watches, right? Where I get envious is I look at these 2-piece and think, fuck, he's nailed it.
Mm.
Yep.
I look at this and think, what more does he need?
Yeah,
it's
keep it
just
simple.
So perfect.
And it can go fuck up
you know
every
what?
day of the week. I mean, they have the money there.
These two
Omar
will
is a
situation.
member. Omar, thank you so much for becoming a member. My God, I got to tell you what, seriously, looking at this 2-piece here, fuck.
Yeah, your money is there, Arch, in this.
You know what? You know what I mean? Like, okay, it doesn't have to be a Hulk. You could have any sub date, okay? Any steel sub date, or even a 2-tone sub, okay? Doesn't matter. The date. Fuck, that's so versatile. You know what I mean?
Perfect FU watch, especially with the.
Is that rose or yellow? What's that?
It's
is that
yellow.
Rose
Yellow.
So, Sard, what's going on with you? Are you going to swap to a 40 or
40?
When are you doing that, Sard?
Look at these proportions on this Archie. So beautiful.
It is so beautiful. I totally. The thing is, you know, the 36, then they're actually quite desired now. Like, if I would not sell it in Pakistan, you're better off to sell that in London, wouldn't you? You get a better price.
This is what I am doing. I will sell one of the greens in UK. I will get a good price there. So, and we'll get
you have the green one.
Pakistan.
You have the green one with the bracelet or the leather strap?
I don't have any watch with a leather strap. I don't want a leather strap. I don't like leather strap.
No, the reason I asked that because
never had a watch with a leather strap.
No,
you know, the only thing is, Sard, if you're really hungry, you can actually chew on the leather strap if you're really, really hungry.
No,
that's
because
the only
you know the
good thing about a leather strap, you know.
I think it was a model of a date with a green 36 millimeter with a green dial.
Or if you have a wife that's driving you crazy, you can chew on it.
I wanted to tell you a story. Many years ago, someone gave me this. I never had heard of this product called beef jerky, right?
Right.
He gave me this beef jerky,
Okay.
and I kind of like it because it had a peppery, salty sort of taste and vinegary. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I ate 4 bags of it, right? Because it's only small. You know what I mean?
Have you ever tried biltong?
Yes, I love it. I love it.
I love
South
it too.
African.
Yeah,
But you
and
know
it's,
what? It expands in your stomach because it's deep.
I know.
It's hydrated, and your stomach it'll. Oh fuck! Was I full after that? You know what I mean?
Archie, I'm going to ask something. I mean, if I understood correctly, maybe I misunderstood, but
Yes.
I think Austin Daniels said that you send him a kind of a broken Omega or something, like a present.
No, we had a fan who sent us
okay.
an Omega each.
Okay.
Yeah, a fan from Thailand, really cool guy. He sent me one, and he sent Austin one. I think Austin was jealous that I got the better one.
Yeah, you got something broken, and you still wonder if to fix it or not.
Yeah, Austin's a bit he's a bit upset about that. He's a lovely. I don't mind Austin, you know. Guys, I got to tell you something. This is what I say has stumped me. Like this dude, what did he pay? $5 for this, right? $5. But man, just looking at this collection here, I really love this combo pair. What do you think?
It's
a sub
perfect
and a day date. What, you know what I mean? I look at this and think
that's a presidential, isn't it?
Yeah, the presidential refers to the bracelet, bracelet on the day date. But you know what? I look at this and think it's got diamonds. Oh fuck, he's got baguette diamonds on it all the way around. It's big money.
Yeah.
What's that? 60,000. What's that? How much money is that day date there? It's not a cheap
solid
day
gold.
date.
Probably 35
But Archie,
grand.
I would not prefer the baguette dial on day dates. It makes it way too expensive.
Yes, very expensive, isn't it? Yeah.
The baguette diamonds, you mean?
Yeah.
That's like $10,000, isn't it? At least
more than that.
Not so much. Not so much.
More
no,
20?
no.
20?
You have to get the standard hour indices for poor people.
Yeah, maybe Sad is right. Yeah, maybe about $10. Yeah, maybe 10,000.
Archie, one thing I wanted to ask you, as the day dates are not something very special. It's not a steel sports watch, so it's not a weightless type of watch. And once the market is corrected, it will be on the shelves.
Sure.
So wouldn't this be like a waste of money to buy it over retail on Chrono 24?
Depends what you buy.
We don't know, Saad. That logic, we don't know. We don't know if that's going to happen. Like at the moment, right? I think, what I think's happening is so many of these Asian countries, like in Japan, they got 40% inheritance tax.
Right.
So what people are going to do is, I think you're finding people will put money into watches. They're going to be, you've got to find a store of value. What's a store of value? Like the problem with gold bar, you can't take it easily from one country to another. You try going through the airport with a gold bar. Have you tried that, Jamie?
No, that's crazy.
They stop you like
that's not going to work.
What would they say? But
Well,
if you're gold, you're allowed to take it, aren't you?
Yeah, of course, but I don't need the hassle. Why are you taking
don't
this?
They have a $10,000?
Where are you going?
Actually, you're right. You'd have to declare it. You're right. You'd have to declare it. So they'd want to know.
limit.
But actually, once you told me, you did once a super chat review something. I remember a couple of years ago about a guy that actually used to like to travel with his watches, expensive watches. He used to travel with a roll of, I think, 5-6 watches.
Yes.
And I think he used to go to Thailand, and then in Thailand they charge him to get out of
Thailand.
Thailand.
It's worse than that. It's worse than. Let me tell you the story. He was an expat, British guy living in Bangkok. He was working in the petroleum industry.
Yeah, I watched that video today that he got $30,000 charge.
Yeah, and that was insane.
Yeah, and you know what?
Wow.
They knew exactly. Apparently, they get a commission on how much taxes they bring in, I believe. and he had bought them in Thailand. He'd taken them to England because he went over there to see. Actually, went back to see his wife, his long-term girlfriend in England. Then when he came back, he had to declare these things. It was an absolute.
He's insane. He brought them in Thailand.
Insane. And if you don't like it, they'll just seize them. They'll seize them. That's what will happen. If you don't
And
like
he had
it,
the receipts, everything that he brought in Thailand.
No, he didn't. He didn't. Because otherwise he wouldn't have to pay. If he had the receipts, he'd be okay. But look, I'll be honest with you. Customs law, even Japan, you go to Japan, there is duty there. You can't just bring things in. There is. What's the duty in Japan, Marcelo?
I think it's the 5 or 10, no, sorry, now 10%. I think it's the 10% or even plus. Yeah, that you have to pay when you have to declare.
Singapore used to be. There's not many countries.
If you get a penalty.
There's not many countries which don't have a duty now, as a sales tax, a GST, VAT, call it whatever the fuck you want. Singapore used to be. Hong Kong is zero. Hong Kong is zero. There's no VAT, no GST, no duty. Hong Kong is zero. Dubai used to be zero. Now I think it's 3 or 4%. Saad, you know that in Dubai, Saad?
Wow.
Yes.
What's the duty there? What's the duty Dubai? Used to be zero, but they changed it.
Yes. When I was there, they started VAT, 5% VAT, around 5%. But you could, it could be deducted when you are, going out of the country.
Yeah, as normally as a tourist. Yes,
as a visitor. But if you were a resident there,
SR Bell, $2 AC. How many 7-Elevens does Saad own? Saad owns the chain. Guys, I'm going to take a quick toilet break. Keep me going. I will be back in one moment. I'm just going to go to see a man about a dog. And I will be back. I will be back. I'm just going to keep this.
Yeah, man about a log.
Man, I got to tell you.
Drop the kids off at the pool.
Drop the kids off at the pool.
Release the chocolate hostages.
Launch the torpedo.
I got to tell you, this two-piece collection, man, fuck.
Most beautiful collection in the world. 2-piece, but more than enough.
We are stuck
Jamie,
with the 2-piece collection.
Jamie, don't get me wrong, but isn't the Day-Date the most beautiful watch in the world? Don't get me wrong, please. I believe this is more beautiful than the...
I'll never get you wrong. Never. It's beautiful.
It's beautiful.
Just keep it simple. Keep it clean.
Sad. It's a beautiful watch, but well, I mean, and don't take me wrong when I'm going to say this yellow gold watch with the champagne dial that basically look like a yellow gold dial, and everything is like everything. I am the Superman of gold, like I am all boom, boom, boom. I think it's a little bit too much, I mean, I would love this watch with different dial combinations, maybe with the stone one, maybe with a meteor dial, things that bring a little bit,
you can do that. You can do that.
The Vacheron Overseas version 2 with the blue dial, just the 3-hander, is one of the most beautiful watches I've come across.
Look, I have 4 or 5 dials for my Day-Date, so I can change the dials. This is the thing with Rolex, you can change the dials anytime you want. Let's ask Sirocco Sales, because he has the lifestyle that I dream of, The Sirocco Sales, he is the most stylish guy of Archie luxury team. So let's ask him, what do you think about the Day-Date, Sirocco?
I think it's beautiful. Would I have one? Probably not.
But not in that combination. You would have with a different dial color for sure. Something that brings a little bit more.
Yeah, I think it is probably. I think Marcelo is probably correct. It's just a little bit too much.
Yeah, it depends. If I was an Arab in the Middle East, that'd be perfect. If I'm in Pakistan, that'd be perfect.
You'd have a diamond encrusted bezel as well.
Yeah, you would.
Maybe. No, but
and
the
more gold
Arabs,
around your neck than
No,
the watch.
this
they love
kind of
gold.
no, this watch is like don't even open your mouth, don't talk to me, don't even look in my direction. You know, it's like I am. You know, it's like now it's my turn.
At least it doesn't look like a stainless steel watch that you have, Marcelo. I mean, why should I pay for a white gold which looks like a stainless steel watch?
What's wrong with the stainless steel watch?
Yeah,
I
no,
mean, it looks beautiful, but a white gold watch, I mean,
well,
it
well,
looks
I think
exactly
Sad,
like stainless steel.
Sad.
Yeah,
I think
I've never.
you know what,
found
Sad. I
it.
think you're absolutely right. But I'm going to answer to you in that section. It's like I wanted James Bond watch. You know how we call it the super expensive the real thing that nobody knows about is an undercover watch. That's why you buy a white gold watch or a platina watch. It's like the James Bond watch. When you want to tell everybody, wait. When you want to tell everybody, F you, you buy the watch that actually say F you. This is that. This is the perfect F you watch.
I would agree to that because I would agree to that because
the James Bond watch with the magnet and the spinning bezel to cut the ropes and the magnet to undo the girl's dress. That's the one I wanted. And I thought when I bought my Saab, I thought that's what I got. It never worked.
Sorry, what was that? What never worked? What never worked?
My spinning bezel and my magnet in my Submariner.
Archie, you have a super chat now. Just kidding.
Here we go. Thank you. It's super chat $20. Dennis Valachi, $20. Thanks for the review, big boy. I'll have to come on one day to tell you my story. To be honest with you, man, I am mesmerized. I got to be honest with you. Looking at this two-piece combo, fuck.
Archie, white gold dated versus yellow gold dated. Which one will you go for?
Depends if you want to say FU or UF.
Look,
No.
I really like the yellow gold. I would do yellow gold. If you had two, this is so perfect. You've got a Hulk just for everyday use, and you've also got a I mean, it doesn't have to be a Hulk. You could just have a sub date. You could have it. You know, it doesn't have to be that exact. Those two exact watches. But looking at it as a pair, oh my God! I just think it looks absolutely divine. I don't know what you guys think.
Would you wear
replace the Submariner with Daytona?
You know what? It reminds me when I had can I show you a pair that brings back the same fondness? Can I show you this?
Sure.
Because I think, I like compact. I really enjoy compact collections. Here we go. Look at this. Tell me what you think of this as a pair.
This is the next level pair.
Well, but
that's pretty flawless.
I don't know.
There.
I don't know. I got to be honest with you. No, Marcelo, I think the other pair was more expensive.
Really?
Yeah.
This is next level. This is the level
yeah,
above.
That's what I said.
I'd say the Patek World Time with the day date.
Look, you need to understand the term. It's a world time with a Maserati dial. You know, I mean, well, how you can...
I had those. Those were mine, and I sold it.
Here, I will pick the Patek or...
Maserati blue dial.
It's, yeah.
I remember you selling it. You weren't very happy.
Look, nah, I got to be honest with you. You know what, man? If the biggest regret in life you have is selling a few watches, life's not too bad.
You know, I've seen people...
You know what I mean? If that's the biggest problem you've got in your life is some watches that you had and you sold and you shouldn't have sold,
Archie, why they call it Maserati Dali? Is because of the blue that they're using in the Maserati?
No, I invented that because my friend who sold it to me, he had a Maserati, and I was trying to give him shit about it because he sold it, and I said, "Oh, it's a Maserati die," and then he wanted it back. I was just teasing him.
So you know what you did? You know what you did?
That's terrible.
Almost half of the community called this Maserati die because of your influence. Jesus.
But you know what? I got to be honest with you. Look, it's you buy things, you sell things. You know what I mean? That's just the flow of life. You know, flow of look. No matter what you have, you're never happy with it when you own it. I always think these things are flawed. I always think these things are very flawed.
You know, you guys can think whatever you want about Archie, but if he invented this Maserati type name and everybody using it, man, if you guys say that Archie doesn't have influence, you guys are fucking bullshit. Jesus.
You know, I love these things. You know, I do love watches. I love watches, but you know, I got to tell you, in all honesty, this is the fun you get with the hobby. You know, I sometimes it's that in your brain, you say to yourself, you know what, I could do that. Like those two watches that were there, the wheels are turning in your head to say, shit, a date, and you know, the Hulk. That's pretty amazing. Do you see that, Sirocco, or you don't ever do that? Or you just keep what you got? You're happy. You're happy.
I'm happy with what I got. I don't need to sell it. Yeah. The only one I got rid of was the Explorer.
Yeah. And you traded that for the Yachtmaster.
I traded that for the Yachtmaster two-tone,
You have a solid gold Yachtmaster, right, Sirocco?
No, two-tone.
No, there's two-tone.
He's got a steel one and a two-tone.
I've got a steel.
You don't like solid gold, Sirocco, do you?
Actually, you know, we were talking about that. Actually, I wasn't on, but you were talking about the solid gold Yachtmaster the other day.
Yeah, with the white die. That would.
Yeah, and you know, I thought maybe.
Because actually, it's a great deal comparing even to a sub full gold, right, Archie?
Yeah. Look, I got to be honest with you. Solid gold. The problem is, Rolex solid gold has gone crazy. This is the big problem. It has gone crazy. And I don't know what you can really say about that.
No, I think the Yachtmaster, you still can get the best deal on that Yachtmaster, I think.
Well, the solid gold date is a really loud watch.
That was my car, by the way, there, Snake.
Wow.
That was my E30. I had an E30.
Is they call that a Bavarian?
No. Oh, I never heard that term, but this was an E30, which was kind of the... I had the last of the E30s because it was actually a 91 compliance car, but it was actually... They came out in the 80s. That's where they came out.
Very nice.
Yeah. Actually, that BMW is what the Mossad used to use in the 80s when they actually started to attack some of the terrorists of the...
That's it.
1972.
Yes.
I have a question.
Yes, please do, Sirocco.
Okay. I watched a video the other day.
Yes.
And ID guy.
Mm-hmm.
And he was talking about a new watch which he believes is coming out next year.
The Titanium Yachtmaster.
Titanium Yachtmaster.
You know what? Can we get a concrete? I want to get a concrete one.
You want a concrete?
That's a great material for. It's a great material for a Yachtmaster.
I got to be totally honest.
I think if that's right.
I can't see them doing it. I really can't see them doing it. Rolex is they'll do that in Tudor, like they have titanium in Tudor.
Yep.
But I really, here we go. SR Bell 6'7", $2. AC, would you sleep with a dwarf if she were really hot?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah,
Why
we'll
not?
give that a squirt.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Why not?
Yes.
She's got to be hot.
Please.
Not even if she was hot.
How about an amputee? Would you sleep with an amputee?
For the one that doesn't speak English regarding the folks, more details.
Yeah, of course. It makes no difference. Equal opportunity.
If the vibe was right,
the vibe was right. That's exactly it there. Man, I got to tell you, I saw that. I didn't actually watch the video. I like his voice. He's South African, isn't he?
Yeah, they speak very clearly, don't they?
Yeah, very posh, aren't they? Yeah. Very posh, you know. I got to tell you, it'd be bloody interesting. You know what I'd like? A couple things I would like to see Rolex do. Titanium is one of them.
Yep.
I would also like to see them have sports watches on rubber to bring the cost down, because it's so expensive. I'd like to see them like have a no-date sub. You could buy it on a rubber to save. I would like to see them have Oyster Perpetuals on a rubber.
Yep.
Actually, they don't care what we want. They would make in a rubber. They would make a Platina a Submarina in a rubber.
I would love for them to do a reissue of the sub with no crown guards.
But Archie, they already have Daytona on rubber, but the cost didn't go down.
Yeah, good point. Good point.
Oyster Flex.
I would love for them also. I got to tell you, man, I would love for them to bring out a Coke. I want to see a Coke GMT Master 2. I would love to see a Coke. Why won't they bring out a Coke? Come on, man.
They're going to bring an amazing Submarina. It would be a tribute for Sean Connery, basically, to create, how we say, the Submarina.
100%. I would like to see them do so many things, Sirocco, but a couple things you've got to realize. Number one, every Rolex they produce, gone. They have no problem getting more sales or leads. They got enough leads. Okay.
Who stole the leads?
So, the leads. They don't need to do nothing. They don't need to do nothing. They're extremely like what they tried to do. If you look at Tudor, so what happened to Tudor was they were in America. The Hydronaut and the Iconaut is what killed them in America. And then they woke up and said, you know what? So the Hydronaut and the Iconaut were like a 1950s version of the future. You know how you see a 1960s version of what does year 2000 look like? You ever remember that program Sirocco on TV, Beyond 2000?
You know, Archie, Tudor sounds like a lousy. It sounds like a lousy brother that you have, and you don't have a choice, and you need to take care of it because it's family.
Yes.
They're hitting hard with their Black Bay 58, though.
SR Bell $672. AC, have you figured out what a fluffer is? No, I have not. I might actually just Google that.
I just Googled
fluffer is a stand-in when you're a porn star, and I thought you knew it. You were a porn star once, weren't you? I remember you talking about it. And the fluffer is the stand-in to keep you keep you in the mood, shall we say?
Aroused during the interval.
That's a better word, yeah.
By the way, for the audience, everybody that still think I look okay, and willing to put me in a porno movie, I'm open for suggestions.
A fluffer. I see. A fluffer. I never... That's an amazing term.
I mean, what sort of career is that?
That's another term I've learned because I liked hobosexual. It's a man who finds a woman purely as a place to stay, and a fluffer. There we go. Look at this. Look at what I'm learning. I can use this in real life.
My little brother had a stuffed animal named Fluffer.
Fluffer.
Fluffer is a pet name, for God's sake. I mean,
the teddy had a little hole in the back.
I can't believe that, Marcelo. You have not met a couple in Japan who don't have side. Is that
For the
mainly your
fo-
industry? Is that your industry, or that's just reality?
Man, this is the whole. I mean, only the best thing is that you have somebody that have a restaurant in the panel in Japan.
You have a restaurant that has what?
That have a restaurant in Japan here in the panel, because I mean, there's so much dirt, so much crazy things going on. I mean, here Japan is like.
See, in Japan, it's not wrong to have a mistress. It's wrong to let your other partner know you have a mistress.
Well,
No, trust
Archie,
me, they know.
that is true for the rest of the world. It's not wrong to have a mistress. It's wrong to talk.
They know.
No, Sirocco, let me just tell you this, Sirocco. It's French to have a mistress. It's American to get caught.
Exactly.
Yeah,
that's it.
Archie,
France, it's like normal.
Archie is
not an issue in France.
Is a game. Is a game. They know, but you should not confer in front of them that they know. They know, but you should not tell them. I mean, I have a affair or something.
Don't flaunt it.
It's like kind of they know and they don't say. It's like, do what you do. Don't tell me.
Let me ask you this, Marcelo. Are there no couples that are happily married together? Are there no couples?
I've met a couple.
Maybe young ones in the beginning.
Young ones in the beginning.
I mean, look. I mean, they.
What does your wife say about that? What does your wife say?
About me floating around sometimes?
No. Because you never admit that. You never admit that. You keep that quiet.
Until you don't admit, it's fine.
But are you ever worried she does the same thing? Are you ever worried she have a younger guy or something?
Not much.
How would you feel if
as long as she has a shower afterwards, Marcelo?
Nice.
It's funny you say that. Somebody said if your wife had a lover, but you never found out about it, would it really matter?
The answer is exactly what you said now. The answer follow exactly what you just said now. And if you don't find out, it's like it didn't happen. I mean, you see the Archie. I am here over 10 years in this shop.
Yes.
You know, for all the ones that hate me and think that I'm a dick, man, I mean, fuck me, that I need so much. I thought so much. We should make a show together, man. I mean,
but you know, the thing is, it's because Marcelo's shop is a luxury experience. Men take their girlfriend to your shop. It's expensive. Your shop is not cheap, is it? It's a luxury.
Yeah, not cheap. Actually, the last week was actually not bad. Yesterday was crazy busy. Today,
yes,
I don't know what happened today. I have, maybe I'm going to leave the panel more early because I need to do a lot of.
Yeah, sure.
Marcelo's
but
restaurant
tomorrow I have
like
19 people. 19 people tomorrow, and there is a JJ, actually two JJs that want to make a party here. So we try to figure out, because I have a crazy neighbor upstairs that don't like noise, but I don't give a shit because we got closed for so long. So fuck her. But yeah, there is a lot of nice things coming on.
Yes. What was wrong with your neighbor? What'd she say?
Nah, she's like a old bitch, you know, like you're making too much noise. Your speakers is too loud. So go fuck yourself. I mean, this is a fucking restaurant bar. I mean, what the hell you want me to do? I need to survive, you know?
Well, what type of business does she have? Or she just residential?
Yeah, residential upstairs, because I am in a building, you know? I mean, I have residence on the top.
Yeah. Maybe it's look.
But you know, the police come here. We got the report that you got noise. Yeah, okay. I fill up the report. Yes, I continue the noise. You know, like fuck you. I mean, the police here is. You need to understand. Police in Japan, this we call this koban, is almost like information center. You know, I mean, you go to the koban for it. I mean, if I go to the police and I tell them, hey, there is a guy with a knife stabbing people. The guy going to hold me for half hour. What kind of knife? Was it alone? And until he's going to finish the report, the guy already can finish all the shit. man, I mean, the police here is a fucking joke. It's a joke.
Here we go. SR Bell $672 AC. Tell Marcelo not to quit his day job. He loves you love the restaurant.
Yeah,
and Paul Salesius $5. Fike me dead. This is like watching Nursing Home Diaries. Nursing
By the
Home
way, Archie,
Diaries.
Well,
Paul
you pay
Salesius
$5 for it? Congratulations.
Paul Salesius is the same guy with Goyard, right? It's the
Sorry?
same guy. Paul Salesius is the same guy who had Goyard.
Yes. The Goyard watch box.
I like the guys. I like
I'll
the
be
guys.
right
that
back,
say,
Archie.
This
No
panel
worries.
sucks, and he gives like $5 or $10. No problem.
Yes,
Continue
that's okay.
doing that.
So Rocco, I don't know what to say, man. This is the life you need to leave, man. Any
I need
regrets?
to sell my boat and buy a restaurant.
So Rocco, why would you do that? That's just
I wouldn't.
stupidity.
It was an idea I had 30-something years ago.
You know, Sirocco, you know what they
Insane.
call a restaurateur who works 80 hours a week?
An idiot.
A slave.
Part-time.
Yeah.
It's only
No, actually,
part-time.
think about them. I am here with you every morning. I open the restaurant in the evening. I create a scenario that I don't need to work that hard.
No.
This is the life. You don't. People ask me why you don't make lunch, why you don't do this. Why should I kick my ass so much? I mean, my father did it for 20 years. He was a slave in the shop.
And the thing is, Marcelo, if you make lunch, right?
Super chat.
You're also not energetic for the nighttime customer, and that's where the big
Super
money
chat.
is. That's where the big Omar $5. Marcelo spending $5 doesn't mean much to me, but insulting you is priceless.
Omar, with all the respect, I love you, man. I mean, I don't know if you love me, but I love you. Cheers for you. Cheers for you.
I got to tell you there, it's interesting. We've got Jamie, one dog, one bow. His wife's lovely. I'm trying to reform. We've got Sirocco, single for life. Saad, he's not sure. He's the younger up and coming. He's got a crossroads coming up. He's not getting younger. He doesn't know which way does he go. He's got to decide soon. In the meantime, he's going to eat a few cows with me. And you've got Marcelo, who's gone through the factory and he's seen how it's done. And I think he's got a few watches. He's got a business. He's got his own place. I mean, you guys have no idea how hard it is for a foreigner to set up a business in Japan. That is hard. Believe you me, that is not just easy. It's not like the Western world. Japan is
It's a bit harder. It's
so regulated. It's so regulated. You've got to pay for everything. They rip you. Oh my God, Japan is.
And this is because you're a foreigner. You're not. And then I mean, the thing is, you see, foreigners that work here, they don't get that much respect. I mean, it depends on what position you are, of course. But if you are a foreigner business owner, or they give you more respect. They appreciate you more. It's like you see the interaction here.
Tell me this, Marcelo. What women are the most beautiful in the world? You've been everywhere. Is Japanese the most beautiful? Koreans? What do you
Koreans
think?
look fucking amazing. I mean, I'm going to call it like this: Koreans, Japanese, and some motivated Chinese, because they actually do a lot of plastic surgery. So these three kind of girls, in Asian girls, look absolutely stunning in Asians. Yes. If you want the kind of the most beautiful girls in the world in a kind of a multicultural, I would say, but this is going to be a catchy one, because in Japan you can find the Asian ones. They are good. How we say, up to 50, even up to 60, they still look amazing.
Yes.
The most beautiful girls in the world in a multicultural would be in Israel, but you will be limit. But it will be limited to around 30 to 35.
My favorite is
you have a
Colombian.
limit age.
Colombian. Colombiana.
Colombians also, but
just hot.
Does
Sexy.
Colombians have a limit age up to 30, 35, 40?
Yeah.
No, like
yeah, they put on weight.
Madura.
Colombians can put weight on, and also they got a really nasty, violent fucking temper.
They're
They got a
fiery.
very
They're fiery.
fucking fiery. Very.
Latinos, yeah, they all do. You know, whether they're Spanish, South American.
He's right. Colombians look amazing.
They tend to have a bit of an arse spread later in life, and fiery. Fuck.
I used to hear my wife with her mum.
Look, I was in a strip club a couple of years ago with a Colombian.
Sorry, what's that?
I used to say to my mum, I say, stop arguing. She's talking to her mum on the phone. Stop arguing. We're not arguing. What are you saying that for? You know, that's what she used to say to me. So they're talking. I think they're having an argument, but they're not.
Jamie, your wife is Colombian.
I can remember years ago being in Germany, and my mother was German, and we were with, you know, her cousin and whoever, and my sister could speak German, and they're all having a conversation, and there was my ex-wife, myself, and my dad, who didn't speak German, just listening to this, and I had to interrupt, and I said, "Why are you fighting?"
Yeah,
because it's exactly the same. They were just going at each other, and it just sounded like they were in the middle of a fight, and you went.
Claudia Schiffer used to be German. I mean, and she, I think till now look stunning. Right?
I gotta tell you guys.
I know this isn't going to happen, but Archie, there's a guy in the audience called Phil Collins who he keeps coming up with these crap comments. I'd love to have him on the stream and watch him do better than anyone else. What do you reckon, Phil Collins?
God. I mean, I love.
Drop
the link. Drop the link.
I love the original Phil Collins. The original Phil Collins, I absolutely adore. I love Genesis and Phil Collins. That guy is an idol for me. The Phil Collins.
He's old now. He's old now. You know, he's very. He's
he can't drum. He can't even hold drumstick.
Yeah. He's finished. He's done.
Phil Collins is dedicated to the Archie. He's under every video, comments. He's everywhere on ARCHIELUXURY.
It's incredible. Wow.
It's time to shine, Phil Collins.
It's time to shine, big boy. Come on.
Come on.
Phil Collins. My God. If he come to the panel, I'm going to shut up because I just give so much respect for Phil Collins. I mean, there used to be. I know he's the fake one, but he used to give me.
That's exactly it. Sirocco, man, I tell you what, you've lived the life there on a boat. That's. I mean, seriously, could you imagine running a jewelry store in Melbourne now?
Oh, fuck
racing
that.
around. Is that what
Can
you
you
want?
imagine running any business in Victoria in current climes? I mean, I have friends who have dive shops down there, and they've had no income for 6 months. It's just crazy.
And the problem is because they're commercial, they don't necessarily get a break on the rent because they're commercial.
Exactly. They still got to pay their bills.
There's very high costs. Australia, I got to tell you, Australia, you know this, Sirocco, it's very ferocious place. Like, I think countries like Singapore, you've got a taxation rate of 17% or something.
Crazy.
It's Australia. Look,
but Sirocco, because you're British, how you compare Australia to England in taxes and everything? What would be better?
Well, I can't really compare it because I haven't lived over there for 35 years.
Yeah, but you have family. You know the
Sirocco, you really do like the 40% inheritance tax.
Oh, good God. No, we didn't get that because Jersey, where I'm from, doesn't have inheritance tax. So my dad, when he was alive, he used to owned a property in England for, I don't know, 25 years or something. And when he was starting to knock on a bit, he decided, I better sell it because in England, I think it's 45% or something, and it would have lost on that.
40. Yeah, I think it's up to £400,000, and everything over 400,000 is 40%.
But where I'm from, there is no inheritance tax, just like Australia.
Because you're in Jersey.
Yeah, St. Helier in Jersey.
You know what?
It's
You guys
really good
got
system.
taken over by the Germans, didn't you, in World War II?
That is correct.
There's
Yeah.
Jersey, Guernsey.
Is that where
Isle of
your
Man.
mum came from then, or no?
My mum was German, and in 1956 or 7, she moved to Jersey.
What made her do that?
Moved to Jersey. I don't know. She couldn't even speak English.
Jeez.
Oh, wow.
You know, and you know, coming so close to the end of the Second World War, the Germans weren't liked at all, as you can imagine.
No.
Yeah.
No, definitely not liked.
For some reason, my dad moved to Jersey, and I don't know. I think I knew, but I've forgotten why. And they met, and she couldn't speak English, and he couldn't speak German, but they obviously learned how to get on together.
Actually, I gotta make a confession. That was like my first wife. Once we could communicate, that's the end of the marriage.
Yeah.
You know. Once we
Well, I guess Phil's not coming on. That's a shame.
He's bolted it.
He bolted.
Run for the hills.
Yeah.
I gotta tell you.
Well, at least you called him out.
You were married twice to Rocco, weren't you? Twice?
Yeah, I was married twice. My first one, I was married at 22 and divorced at 23.
Yeah, Aussie girl?
No, that was when long before I came to Australia.
Oh, English.
Yeah, she was English.
And second time, you got married in Australia.
I got married in Australia when I was 30.
Wow.
What background she was, the wife?
The Australian
Which
one?
wife?
The second one.
The second one's Australian.
Australian, like what? Like European Australian, or?
Yeah.
I see. Well, that's amazing. That's really quite interesting. And you're not going to do it for a third time. No more, Sirocco. That's it.
Look, I don't mind getting in a long-term relationship, perhaps, but
you don't. You like your independence. You're independent.
I like my independence, and I don't like wedding cake that much.
You have now a girlfriend, right? I mean, you're.
Yes, he does. He does. Good-looking guy like that. He's got a few
girlfriend.
How far is Sirocco? How far are you from Brisbane?
I'm currently about 8 hours drive.
Oh,
but wow. I'm going home on the weekend with the boat, and then
how far there? It'd be good to get Archie on the boat. That would get some really good content for us.
I probably won't be making the boat.
I want to see you, Archie. I want to see you one time doing a panel outside of the studio.
Yes, that's a good idea.
Hey, Archie, I've had a thought. I had a thought just then. How about I'm coming to Brisbane?
Yes.
Well, I'm coming to Brisbane. I'm going to bring my car down to Brisbane at the end of the month. I want to do a bit of shopping. Yes. And you know, in the what's it, the Mall?
Sorry?
You know, the Queen Street Mall?
Yes.
There's a super chat there.
Here we go. Pavel, $15. Ralph, Mike, the dog, is getting a Kermit chef's kiss. Thank you, Pavel.
Yes, I am.
So I know where the mall is. Go on, keep going.
You know, outside the Brisbane Arcade, there's I forget what there's a bar there, right outside the Brisbane Arcade.
Yep. In the mall.
That's my favourite little bar. I always go there. Why don't we do a live stream from there?
Jimmy's in the mall, isn't it?
That's Jimmy's. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. I know what you mean. We could do that.
We can do a live stream from there.
Yeah,
that would be nice.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah. I'd like to see you there, Sirocco.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
We'll have a beer.
Yeah, we'll have a beer.
A schooner.
A schooner.
Yeah.
And then a bit of
schooner of Stella.
Ken Fresno, $2. AC3 in a Speedo. Ratings.
Oh, God.
No, actually, you have amazing places in Brisbane, you know, also go out and this. Sometimes I know you're making the studio things, and by the way, this thing you're making better than anybody else in the industry. But maybe, you know, a little bit how we say, team style, you know, a little bit outside.
Yeah, teams.
You know, it would be nice.
You know, the thing is that we're more urban. We're spread out. See, we're so for me, like in Sydney, they would say I'm very close to the city. I'm about 15 k's from the CBD. right? Which is
Wow.
Sydney. You'd say, wow, that is the CBD still, you know.
Yeah.
But for Brisbane,
No,
you know,
Brisbane look
it's
amazing.
we're kind of spread out. I got to tell you something, Sirocco. Let me say this to you. I never feel at ease in Australia. I don't know what it is. I never really feel. When I'm in Asia, I think my problems have disappeared almost. I don't know what it is. It's just.
Oh, that's because you're away from home.
That's how I feel when I'm in Baja.
Talking of which, being away from home.
Yeah, we go to Baja and go big game fishing. My father,
it would be
my father
dangerous
owns
for
an
you.
airplane. We fly down.
Wow.
We go big game fishing every couple of years.
It sounds like fun.
Oh,
Archie,
it's
I have a
super
question.
fun. You don't want to come home.
No.
Now, Archie, it would be dangerous for you. Let's say have like a very good friend that you have, you know, like even not a watch guy, you know, like a friend go to a local pub and maybe make like a kind of a stream. It would be okay. It makes sense.
Oh, it's a bit funny with COVID and rules. They it's not as free as Japan.
We are not free. You know, by the way, I did an amazing video about in a bar. And I actually restricted not to post this video for another 6 months. I have actually in my cloud exactly what you're talking about. The guys actually freak out because they got very close, and I cannot post that video. Amazing video that I was asking people, you know, and so I also here actually I have the same problem. Yesterday I wanted to make also a video in a bar that they are a very good customer that came here. They have a tequila bar. And I said, okay, I'm going to make a kind of a video about you with the tequila and me for YouTube. She said, please don't do it. Like, man.
Yes.
So,
yes, I know. I
here.
think, Jamie, it'll be about 3,500 Ks. Because Brisbane to Cairns is about 2,000.
I didn't do Brisbane. I did Cairns to Sydney.
Sydney, that'd be about 3,500, wouldn't it, Sirocco?
Yeah.
At least, yeah. I think it's about 2,000 Brisbane to Cairns.
You're right, because I did follow the coast. I didn't go direct. I actually followed the coast. So you're quite right. It is a bit long. We did it sort of over, I think, 8 days thereabouts.
It'd be great fun, but isn't it great fun?
Oh, it was great fun. Amazing. I did it.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to have... You know what? You realize this when you're getting older, Sirocco. Is 60 still kind of young, isn't it? 60's mentally...
60's a new 40.
What do you reckon?
Exactly. Oh, yeah.
There you go.
You're the man. You're the man.
I've still got the same mentality as I had when I was 18.
You're the man.
Sometimes the body can't quite keep up, but, you know.
Can you skin a pheasant still? Could you skin a pheasant?
I haven't had to, but I remember how to stick my finger up its ass and pull the guts out.
And Archie, I want to tell you something. I really, really love you, and don't take it as a fan thing, but my wife sometimes watching your videos, and she said,
we should go pheasant hunting sometime,
and my wife
Sirocco.
came to me, she said, man, I don't believe that Archie and you are the same age. I mean, man, you have to fix yourself for the love of God's sake. You embarrass me.
Hey, that's how it goes there. I got new camera angle. It's going to make me, instead of losing the weight, you can just have the camera angle is different. See, that's the... Sirocco. Oh, that's it. That's exactly it. Sirocco, man. I got to tell you, that's the life. You're on the boat.
Yep.
You don't care about nothing. Mike is in California. This is such a worldly event. And we got Saad, who's thinking of crispy skin chicken. Are any of you, Saad, do you like duck?
I love duck, Archie. When I was in Beijing, I used to eat duck all the time. All the time.
The duck is amazing.
Duck is delicious.
I love Archie too. I love Archie. You know, Archie, you make me happy. All the time I watch your YouTube videos. All the time.
Hey, that's so great.
Do you like rabbit?
Never had it.
No, I haven't. Game.
Horrible.
Game
I
is,
hate rabbit.
Oh dear.
Rabbit is tasty.
Venison.
Yes.
I have venison all the time. My brothers are hunters. I have a freezer full of elk meat right now.
Oh, wow. Look at that. Amazing stuff. I got to tell you guys, it's a very tricky world that we're in there. It's KFC. Are any of you guys KFC? See, I got to be honest with you. That Japanese chicken, you love that chicken there. He's gone. He's gone. Timepiece Fun, $2. Mike, what kind of plane your dad have? Love hunting.
He's got a small plane called right now. He's got a small plane called an air coupe, but he had a Cessna. Yeah, he had a Cessna 182.
Yes,
but he sold that, and since he's 85 now, so now he flies a small, really cute airplane called an air coupe. It's a very classic little airplane.
Got you. You've got your own pilot's license as well, don't you, Mike?
Yes, I do. I had an airplane called an RV-12, and you know.
Have you ever done helicopters?
No, but you know what happened? I sold my airplane. One time during a lesson, my engine cut out just after takeoff.
Was that scary?
But when my engine cut out just after takeoff, we barely made it back to the ground, and I had the plane checked over. It turned out to be vapor lock because it was a hot day. Well, I sold the airplane to a guy who used the airplane to give lessons, and he experienced vapor lock on a hot day after putting hundreds of hours more on the plane, and he was killed. He crashed and was killed in my airplane.
Holy fuck.
Yeah, I was called by the president of the company that makes the airplane, and
You have killed so many people.
Interviewed about my experience, and because I had disclosed that I had that engine problem, and it had happened again, and so
now,
they wanted to know more about it.
Holy shit, that's a nasty thing. I want to just bring something up on the screen if you don't mind. This is for Saad. I want to show you something. So, Saad, let's just ignore these people here for a minute.
Yes.
Okay, let's just pretend we can have... I'm going to take you to eat now. Okay, we're going to go for eating. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Share the video. I'm going to share this. There's not a video, it's a picture.
Please, I want you to live for at least another 5 years. Stop
this is
eating
healthy.
too much fried chicken.
Here we go. Okay, look at this. This is actually pork, crispy skin pork with noodles, soy. And look at this. It's even got some bok choy, bit of greens there. That's a very...
green, I'll neglect the green.
Okay, but look at this. What do you think of that? Barbecue pork, crispy. Look at the skin, crispy. Yes or no? Come on.
Quantity problem.
No, but this is just entree. Next dish.
Okay, then fine.
Okay.
Yes.
It's got me hungry.
Duck with rice.
If I need you to promise me to live another 10 years, please reconsider this stuff.
And we've also got the soup there. Look at the soup. That's to help your stomach handle the acids. Okay.
The portion sizes are large, though.
For you?
No, that's small. That's snack size. Come on. That's snack size, Saad, isn't it? Saad, what do you think? That's snack size, isn't it?
This is just to clear the throat, I think.
Yeah, so
because after the COVID,
okay, look at that, Saad. Saad, just have a quick look.
To eat too much, but now we need to exercise.
It's duck.
Yeah, when you zoom it, then it becomes fine, I think.
Yeah, I think that's the way to go, man. What do you think? Which one? If you had a choice of the duck, the duck or the pork, which one would you take?
Which one is the duck?
The duck is the rice.
The duck is fine.
Sad. Take it from a love point of view. I want you to suffer, not to eat a lot, just to balance yourself. You're going to live longer, okay?
Now that's just an entree. Can I explain that to you, Saad?
Yeah.
That's not a meal. That's just an entree. That chicken is just a... Oh, thank you. Super chat. $50 to mute Marcel, not kick him out, just mute. Okay, I'll mute him. There we go. He's muted. Now, I want to show you the main course. Can I show you main course?
Okay.
I'm going to show you the perfect breakfast. Now, Sirocco, this is the fucking perfect breakfast, okay?
Right.
I'm trying to get this concept. Please, guys, I'm putting a copyright on it for the Australasian market. This is I want to use this in Australia, okay? This is the perfect fucking breakfast. Can I show it to you?
Go on.
Okay, here we go. By the way, I had this meal on the 57th floor of Marina Bay Sands, the restaurant there, okay? Look at this. What do you think? Breakfast
That's a pizza with an egg on it.
Breakfast pizza.
You don't do egg on a pizza.
Breakfast pizza. Breakfast pizza. No, this is amazing. Breakfast pizza. Saad, what do you think?
Is the dough crispy?
It's actually what's the name? Oven. What's it called? Not oven. You know what's the kiln?
Oven
What's
baked.
it called? Not oven. It's not oven. It's
brick oven.
Brick oven.
Clay.
Yeah, brick.
Clay.
Yeah, it's freshly made dough.
I would eat that.
Is there any
This
meat
will
on
work.
it?
Yes, there
It
is. Of
doesn't
course,
look
there's
scary.
meat.
Is that a bacon and egg pizza?
Yes, it
What
is.
sort of
Bacon and
meat?
egg. Bacon and egg. Yes, bacon and egg pizza.
Yeah, I would
Yeah,
eat
no,
that.
I don't know about the egg.
And there's not enough
I
oil
might have
there,
it
so they
for
put
lunch.
extra oil there for you too.
Is that truffle? Truffle oil.
Yes, that's right.
Oh, beautiful. Yeah, I like truffle.
I was
that
wearing
the
my sub
bluesy?
there, Jamie. Look, tribute to you, Jamie.
Blue
Bluesy.
shirt Buddha.
Pre-ceramic.
This is the blue shirt
Pre-ceramic.
Buddha.
That's exactly right. Exactly. What did you think?
I'll be right back.
I like this
Yes, no.
pizza. This is good. I
What do you
approve this.
think? It's just for breakfast. It's just for
Super chat.
breakfast, okay?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
so now I will show you something else. Here we go. So we did that super chat there. Another super chat. Here we go. Lapo. Lapo $769. Thank you, Pavel. As an Italian myself, I can tell that pizza looks good. Ah, yes. And okay, so we haven't finished eating. This is just snack. Okay, can I explain this to you? Let me show you something else. Here we go. So now we're going to have
Italian.
some. Here we go. We've got more of that pork.
Do you know gyozas? Gyozas.
Duck.
I like that.
Some wontons. Wontons. Wonton. You like wonton? Fried wonton. Okay. That's enough vegetables in there for you. That's all you need. Some spring rolls.
This is good. Yeah, this. I like this.
Spring rolls. This is a watch shop actually, but there you go. Look at that. What do you think? That you can finish that off.
Yeah.
No problem.
I can lick the plate also.
Yes, yes. There you go. You can
delicious.
Can very much. These are photos from singers. Singapore.
So when are you going to Singapore, Archie? There's a bubble opening.
Look, I'll tell you, my passport expired December 19. And I have just last week, I sent off a renewal to get a new passport. Let me show you another. You're still hungry, Saad, aren't you? Saad?
Yes, I am very hungry.
This is not enough. Okay, so now I caught a quick flight over to Bangers. Okay.
Okay.
Because this is just not enough. Okay, not good value. This portion control is shit. Too fucking small. Yeah. You know what I mean? Now I want to show you this. I went over to Bangers. Let's start with a Japanese curry, beef curry with noodles.
Yum.
What do you think of that? With beer and soda water? Actually, I think that's just water. Oh, no, it's soda water. Soda water and some other stuff. Look at that.
That's a good starter, eh?
And then, let's have a look. Oh, there we go. I'm looking a little bit full. A little bit full. Oh, yeah, I had the prawns. And by the way, Saad, I'm not eating that fucking fried shit, vegetable shit. I don't need that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't fucking need that fried vegetable shit. You know what I mean? I want meat. I don't want fucking
meat and potatoes.
You know what I'm saying, don't you?
Totally understand, Archie.
You totally understand there. Now let's just skip through a few. Okay, I'll just skip through a few
Archie,
here.
show me meat. I want to have lamb.
Where's the dessert?
Okay, I'll just skip through a few here. Here we go. This is in Bangkok. This is an Italian restaurant. This is one of my favorites, actually. This is in Emporium. 10%. They got discounts off. Discounts. I like some discounts. There's a few diet buddies. These guys are teaching me how to do
That man's from Madrid.
No, that's just his football team he sponsors. He likes the football team. Just make sure there's a few nudie shots in here. I got to be careful. Ah, fuck it.
Don't tell me you take your diet coaches from these guys.
This is a fan who saw me there. She wanted a hug.
Those are pics from the carnival.
Okay, here we go. Now, Sard, best Italian. Okay, this is a diet pizza because it's lacking the cheese. Yeah, this is a proper Italian pizza. Okay, this here. Look at that. It's got
it Parmigiana?
Yeah, it's that. That's very nice. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, very nice.
And
Parmigiana.
No. This is for animals.
This is actually amazing.
Thinly sliced beef called.
Okay, look at this. There's a second one. What do you think? That's the pepperoni. One. What do you think of that, Sard? That was amazing pepperoni.
I love it. I love this. Yeah.
Pepperoni. Yes.
Amazing pepperoni. Haven't finished, Sard.
Okay. Going very well.
A curry. We're still hungry.
Curry.
Yes. Wait, one day.
Dessert.
The best part.
Tiramisu.
Yeah. What more do you want?
Super chat.
Dessert time.
What's that?
I think that's for the heartburn. That's for the heartburn afterwards.
Let's not ask too many questions there, okay? Jesus Christ. What's wrong with you boys?
Cholesterol.
So, no, that's a Viagra, generic Viagra.
Oh, is it?
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
From Bangers.
Yeah.
I've never tried that. I've never taken that before.
Super chat.
Just trying to find some photos here. Just hang on there. I got a bit of nudity. I just got to skip the nudity. Yeah, we'll just skip the nudity. I'll come back in a minute to that. They will continue because we haven't finished. I'm still hungry. Do you understand or not?
I'm getting hungry by the minute watching all this food.
We need a nightcap.
I haven't eaten dinner yet.
Okay,
Archie, I've sent you a photograph of some of the chickens that I'm raising on WhatsApp. Can you please post it on here?
1 minute. Ken Fresno, $2. AC3, more pictures on your computer, food or women. More pictures. Yeah, of course. Yeah. This is actually, and we got timepiece, gentlemen. Best breakfast, eggs Benedict, smoked salmon, champagne. 100%. 100%. I got another. I'll show you. Let's just get back there because I don't think we're really full after this. Are you full? This is not enough. Okay. This is.
I'll show you the content.
My favorite breakfast is eggs Benedict.
What do you think of this? Okay, these are very special Thai spring rolls with honey sauce. What do you think of that? The only problem is, Sard, as you said, it's the portion control. I could eat all the fucking things. You know what I mean?
You'd eat the basket.
I'm still hungry.
You'd eat the missus.
You know,
hey, Phil Collins is back. Drop a link. Let's see if he's. Come on, Phil Collins, big boy.
I ordered a second serve. See, I ordered a second serve. See, because I was not full. See, I was not full. So I ordered. Eat the lettuce. The lettuce there. Just dropping the link for Phil.
Have you ever had dim sum?
Ah, I
Yes,
love dim sum. I love
it. They keep bringing
wonton.
the food by. You can just keep eating and eating and eating and eating.
Yum cha, yum cha, yum cha.
Phil Collins.
Look at
Soft
this.
cock.
What do you think? This is amazing food here. It's just look. You got to enjoy yourself. All a man can do is eat well. Okay, do you
Surely,
understand
Archie,
that?
if you saw that on the menu, you just order double, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I did. I said,
Yeah,
now
there
this
you
is
go.
what okay,
I
here we
missed
go.
that bit.
The best green curry, chicken
Archie,
curry.
by the
Look
way,
at that.
talking about the original Phil Collins, he actually had a very nice watch collection. He have a Speedmaster, a
He did.
Seamaster, he have a Rolex, a Day-Date, a Datejust. He have very nice watches.
What do you think of this, guys? Nice serve, nice restaurant. That's a good friend of mine, actually. We had nice
That's
meal.
called like a Thai green curry.
Oh yeah, or with lemongrass.
Yeah, I got to tell you, man, that was a amazing trip. And you know what happened after that? Can I tell you something? What happened to me after that meal? I didn't eat enough, right? Guess what happened to me? Can I tell you?
Got room service.
No, I'll show you exactly. Let's just get these photos up here because this was the famous trip. Just hang on, get the super chat. Where's the super chat? Here we go. Toyota Mo, $5. Arch, I don't think Saad eats pork. He's from a Muslim country. Also, please give Pavel value for his super. Oh, apologies. Pavel to mute. Oh. No, he's muted. He's muted. He's muted. Yeah, definitely
He's
muted there.
over there, up there.
Yeah. I'll show you. Okay. So Saad, you don't eat pork, Saad?
I eat chicken only. Archie, just check your WhatsApp. The amount of chicken that I have raised now. Just check that out.
Who picked me up at the airport was my famous. There we go.
She saw the two-tone bluesy.
Yeah, two-tone bluesy.
Nice.
That's it, two-tone bluesy. You know, she thought she would. There she is. She sent me some personal photos of herself. There's a little bit of nudity coming up. We'll just stop that now at the moment, I think.
Become a channel member.
Just out of interest, do you notice she had surgery? Do you notice she had nose job? Just out of interest, did you see that?
Who is this lady?
She works in Thailand airport, the airport there.
Oh, okay.
She asked me out. And that's why I decided to get rid of the bluesy then, okay? It was attracting the wrong sorts.
Yeah.
Guys, I got to tell you, those were good meals. Those meals. You know, I miss the meals more than anything about that trip.
The way to a man's heart is through his stomach.
Exactly. It's yeah, they were some nice meals there. You know what I was dying for, but you know what I really, 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 really wanted when I came back?
Meat pie.
No. Sweet and sour pork. That's what
There
I
you
wanted.
go.
I wanted sweet and sour. So when I came back to Singers, because I went to Bangers, and then I came back and I immediately ordered this. There we go. Sweet and sour pork.
There you go.
So that's, and I also picked up this dish here.
You know what I love? You know what I love?
Here we go. Sweet and sour pork. Chips. And look at that. How could you go wrong with that? What do you think of that? Isn't that amazing? Look at that.
That looks pretty good.
Whoops. I've got to be careful. Guys, you've got a culinary delights of travel. It's the food I miss most. There was amazing trips. You've got to go and see the world. That's what you have to do, man. You have to do it. It's we're being release the hounds. That's what you've got to do. And Yeah, yeah. They were some good trips there. They were very good trips. You got to have fun in singers. You got to have fun. Where are you off to, Jamie?
Iceland.
Iceland. That's right. The northern.
In 14 days.
Cool.
When are you doing this, Jamie?
The land of Bjork.
14 days, in 2 weeks.
Wow.
I'm going for 10 days.
My God.
You got your ice boots and stuff?
Oh, I've bought everything. I've got a big coat, big boots, big thick trousers.
Are you gonna meet Bjork?
Who's that?
The singer,
It's a
Bjork?
musician, yeah.
No, no.
I'm joking.
Yeah.
She's a famous singer from Iceland with a very peculiar voice.
The culinary delight from Iceland is fermented shark.
Okay.
Hey, Archie.
Yes.
Do you know where this is?
Yes. Da-da-da-da. That's in Queen Street Mall, Jimmy's.
That's
Zara.
Jimmy's.
Yeah, that's Jimmy's. Very classy shot there, Sirocco. People can get the wrong idea about Brisbane.
It's a great place. I love it. I when I go
I'm
down
trying
there,
to get Brisbane pronounced Brisbane. Did you like that or not?
it's a bit American for me.
No, I'm trying to get it standardized. Brisbane. I want to try and change the pronunciation. It's Brisbane.
Trying to show you. Here we go. This is. Don't know if you can see this.
Holy shit. That's your boat?
That's my boat. Can you see the letters?
Yeah, XS.
XS.
That's the name.
XS.
We need
Nice.
Archie on the boat. He needs to go for the day out and jump off.
Do you realize how diesel is?
To get to Brisbane from where I live on the boat would take me. I have to do it over 2 days.
Yeah, but Archie can come to you.
How much would
that
cost
You're in Bundaberg, aren't you?
I'm in Bundaberg. Well, I'm not at the moment. I will be on Saturday.
What would that cost
you're out
you
in the islands now.
Yeah, I'm out in the islands at the moment.
Holy fuck. What are you having for lunch?
Cheeseburger.
Do you throw a line? Do you throw a line?
No, I can't be bothered.
Okay.
Yeah. How much would that cost you in fuel, Sirocco?
To go home on Saturday, it's about 125 miles. It'll cost me about 900 Australian.
Okay.
Super chat.
That's for fuel.
900.
For the fuel.
You were joking, aren't you?
No, I use 120 litres an hour.
Holy shit. What are you doing out there?
Yeah, that's about $1.50 a litre.
I see.
That's why I said I want to get a sailing boat.
Well, I had the sailing boat, Jamie, but sailing boats do 5 or 6 knots, and this one does 25 knots.
Got all my
big
books.
Going
There
fast.
you go.
Sucks the juice.
It's coming.
There's no super chat. That's it. We did them all. Sail. Have you got one on Ferrocone?
Ferrocrete.
Concrete. How to do the concrete? We're gonna.
Weather.
Yeah, we're gonna. Me and.
VHF.
Would you buy a concrete vessel?
Every day.
I'd have 001. I'd be the first customer.
Are you a pilot, Jamie?
No. But I'm hoping to get some of these lessons. Well, I got to finish reading these books, and I want to get a license.
I think Jamie could be perfect for a Riviera, Sirocco. Can we get a Riviera for him?
Yeah, he'd be perfect for a Riviera. I think he'd find it so much easier. You don't have to start tying knots and stuff. Yes. And hey, he's got the disposable income for it.
Floating knots.
Floating knots. Oh my God, Jamie, can I give you a little bit of advice? Forget all the books.
Yeah.
Just do it.
Just do it.
Just get out and do it. It's not rocket
Practical.
science.
Yeah.
It's not rocket science.
Trial by fire.
Yeah, that's how I do
I
it.
thought I needed to do the day skipper license before I
What
can
for?
take a boat. Before I can hire a boat.
No, I don't believe so. People hire them all the time over here, and they have no license at all.
How big are your tanks on your boat?
I carry 900 liters.
What did that cost to fill?
Oh,
That's about $1,500.
about that, yeah.
And if you run out of fuel at sea, what do you do then?
Call for help. It happened to me on my maiden voyage.
Oh no!
Because I didn't know how to run the boat properly. My own fault. And my maiden voyage coming from the Gold Coast to Bundaberg, I was literally 15 minutes from home.
Yes.
And the engine stopped.
Oh man!
Out of Brisbane, or 15 minutes to Bundaberg.
15 minutes from Bundaberg, and I come up from the Gold Coast.
Are they diesel engines?
And someone came out and filled you up.
Yeah. I had to call the Coast Guard to come and get me.
Did they charge you for that?
Yeah, $400.
$400? Why so much?
They got to run their boat.
Marcelo seems upset.
Phil Collins is still there making these comments. Yeah, I wish he'd come and join the party.
Guys, we're going to be wrapping up this show. 13 minutes to go. It's been a great show today. 2 hours 45. Ken Fresno, $5. Arch, look up the bloke who sailed the Northwest Passage in a concrete boat with a crew of hippies. Yes, sir. I got to tell you guys, I think it's great adventure. You know what? We're getting old. If you're not happy, go and do something that makes you happy. I said to my wife, it was too old to be lying to you. If we're not happy, we should just make amends.
Personal happiness is paramount.
If you're not happy by the time
as if you're going to die tomorrow.
100%. I mean, seriously, if you're in your 50s and you're not happy, you got to change it. Whatever it is, get rid of the mortgage or toss it in or do this or do that. Whatever makes you happy. I can't give you the key to happiness. Mind you, I tell you what, some of that food.
Sometimes life will throw you a gut punch, but
I could really do one of those cheese and bacon pizzas.
With what control you have.
I want to get the pizza. Then I want to go downstairs and get the noodles. Okay?
Yummy.
With the pork. That's what I'd like to do.
So we got 11 minutes now, and I'm running for the kitchen. I'll tell you that.
When
looking
are you
at all that
planning
food,
to go to
I'm
Asia?
so hungry, Archie. I'm ready to eat my little dog right here.
Look, I got to get my next vaccine shot. I'm getting that next Friday.
All right.
Do you reckon you'll go to Asia in the new year?
Your second shot
February,
or your
March?
first shot?
Look, the state I'm in, Queensland, this is second shot because I've already had the first AstraZeneca.
Yeah, so the second one a month later?
Second shot. Yeah. So I got to tell you, I'm a little bit scared too because Queensland, we don't have flights resumed yet. They said if we've got 80% by December, then it's kind of very political with the states. You know this, Soraka. It's very political. Right. The thing is, we can go to Sydney, but can't we now? We can fly to Sydney and you can catch
the way I see it is, you can fly out of Brisbane even, I think.
I don't think they have international. Yeah.
You just can't fly back into Queensland without a 2-week quarantine.
Correct.
So,
correct.
Come January, I'll know more in about a week when I go to the travel agent. I've got my second shot on the 16th. That's a 12-week I've waited between the first and the second. So I'll go to the travel agents and I'll just talk to them and ask their advice.
By the way, guys, just let me know, concrete boats, vintage cars, Cadillac Brogans, and also now we're doing food. I think the food, I really would like to do more food photos. I'd like to, in each show, show you the foods that I've eaten, because these are photos. I've taken a lot of photos on my trips, so I'm more than happy to share the culinary delights with the audience.
Well, it worked on me. I'm starving.
Why not a cooking show and have Marcelo cook a meal and go through all the stages of cooking?
He's very good at it, actually.
How to do the perfect steak.
How to do the perfect Wagyu steak.
I tell you what, I want to get another tomahawk next month. I want to get a tomahawk. That tomahawk steaks. You know what? I'm getting old. You know what, Sirocco?
Hey, you're not 50 yet. You've got ways off yet. You've got plenty of time.
Yeah, a bit of pheasant for you.
I'll have a bit of pheasant, but it's got to be hand caught. There's Jamie's.
There we go, Jamie.
There's a proper British breakfast.
That's what I had
there's the heart attack waiting to happen.
In Gibraltar.
Yeah.
Sausage, bacon, egg, beans.
Beautiful. Where's the
I've never been a big fan of the beans. The beans never really.
It's got to have black pudding.
Beans are good for beans are good as chicken feed.
Yes, that's right, sir. That's right, son. The beans. I don't understand the British like beans so much. I don't understand
beans.
Beans means Heinz.
That's
beans,
right.
Beans are good for your heart. The more you eat, the more you fart.
That's it.
The English always had such horrible foods. The thing about the English is I can't stand the fact that I never liked vegetables because they fucking boil it within an inch of its life, right?
No, they boil it till it's dead and then boil it again to make sure.
You want it lightly steamed. Vegetables are quite nice. It took me years to realize this. It's just the way these idiots prepared it.
You like them al dente.
Exactly. And the other thing is that with the English, they always had such horrible cuts. Like you got haggis, you got stomach, you got liver. What about expensive cuts of meat?
Yeah,
tripe. I mean, what
blood
the fuck?
pudding?
Black pudding is just
black pudding's good. Black pudding.
Here we go. Yeah. Lucy Love Alvarado, $10. I have half a million collection and is mainly Rolex gold and steel model. Should I sell or keep them? I am financially set. So what would you do with my collection? I got to be honest. Look, I got to be honest with you. $500,000 in two-tone Rolex. A lot of two-tone. You know what? If it makes you happy, I'd keep the stuff. You got to work out what is it that makes you happy. Once you get to 50s, you start saying, I don't really care. Like I look at my Patex, people say, oh, this is worth money. And it's not about that. It's what do I like? What do I like? What do I like? Forget the investment side. What do I like? And that's the important thing. So if you like them, I would keep them. If you don't like them, get what you like. If you really, you got to decide it yourself there. But SR Bell, $2. Here we go. AC, when I eat beans, I have to take a massive poo. There you go. That's not bad for you. Very, very. Guys, we're wrapping this baby up.
What's Marcelo eating?
What is that? What is that? You will unblock him. What are you eating there, Marcelo? What are you eating? Oops, unblocking. Unblock. What are you eating?
I was muted for a while. I'm eating Israeli salad. It's like tomato, cucumber, onion with mint, olive oil, lemon juice.
Tabbouleh.
Not tabbouleh, almost. Lemon juice and trina sauce.
Any meat?
Very nice.
I ate yesterday meat. I try to be polite today and try to lose the weight, like I promised.
Yeah, Marcelo's in shape, so he eats well.
Wow, that's amazing.
Not yesterday, but today I tried my best.
Guys, we're wrapping
up.
A hell of a tennis game. See you tomorrow. And oh, sorry, Saad. Before we go there, what was your channel? Your YouTube channel? Your Instagram channel?
Mine?
Yes.
Saad.Gandapur. SAAD. No, I just sent you on my on your WhatsApp the image.
WhatsApp. Sorry.
Yes, yes. Just share it here, please. Those are very important chickens for you. They are waiting for you.
Archie, how many followers you have now in Instagram? You should pump your Instagram. It's important.
These are waiting to be eaten.
These are when you come to Pakistan, they will give you 21 gun salute.
21 chicken salute.
How many can I eat? They look a bit skinny. The only thing is they look healthy.
You need more than one there, Archie.
No.
Archie can wring the neck.
I have 700 of these. 700 chickens.
Got them and pluck them.
Okay, guys. See you tomorrow, guys. Thanks, guys.